All right, hello everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Speedrun Saturdays. Today we have Mario Golf and Kirby Air Ride, and we have Bluekandy here with us. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, let everybody know what's going on.
Thanks, EasyScape. I'll be doing Mario Golf Toadstool Tour any percent first off today, and we'll follow it up with City Trial Speedrun and Kirby Air Ride. So Toadstool Tour any percent, it's pretty straightforward. I think you'll enjoy it. It's been ran at AGDQ and a couple of other marathons, so I'll show you how to speedrun a golf game here.
Interesting. I expect to see every hole-in-one, okay? Nothing less.
Yeah, I'll try to get at least one or two.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll talk more about this as we get into it, but you want to go ahead and get ready to go? I'm all set up.
You want to count down from 3 or 5?
Yeah, from 3's fine. Let's do it.
All right. So this is a new game file, so I'm gonna delete the save data and turn Rumble off because that's how I run it.
Also, Japanese is faster.
Japanese is faster. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Already learning so much.
Yeah. All right. So start the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Here we are. Oh wait, I actually started my timer a little bit early, but we're good. We're good.
You're fine. We'll just retime it at the end, right?
Right. Because this is a world record pace, baby.
Yep, we're on world record pace right now. So you're wondering, I'm using Waluigi, right? Okay, well, you're already interested in the speedrun, I'm sure.
Yes.
Based on the purple guy on your screen, you're like, oh man, this has got to be a top tier speedrun for that reason. And you're actually right. This guy is S tier in this game. We use Waluigi for the first 2/3 of this speedrun because he has the fastest animations.
Is that the only reason why, or does he have like any strategic advantage here on the course?
He's good. He has a nice blend of stats. His distance is good, and everything else about him is pretty decent. But it's really the animations that make him stand out above the rest.
That's
for that
so
reason,
funny.
Yeah, we've developed the run around him essentially because he has nice stats and fast animations, as we know. We've made all of these specific strategies with clubs for him, in particular.
I think the
and
better
these shots
question...
like this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the better question to ask
work.
would be, who is the worst character and why?
The worst character is probably Bowser Jr. or Diddy Kong, unfortunately. It's just because they're slow. Bowser Jr. spins around like 6 or 7 times when he's hitting a golf ball,
yeah.
so... Yeah. So, we can't use them in the speedrun. I mean, we could, but that's your loss, honestly. Alright, here, I've got a special thing for you if you look at your screen right now.
Okay. Ooh! So you have some visual cues to know exactly when you're going to hit the hole-in-ones?
Yep, and those are double frame perfect shots set up. So, yeah, they gotta be perfect, and they gotta have no other RNG that's unusual on top of them for them to work. And that's also why Waluigi is even better than all of the other characters, is because we developed the entire speedrun around him. That shot you saw right there is not going to work exactly the same on any other character. So you have to memorize all of these character-specific shots, and there are a ton of them for this first course. We can do that because there's no wind on this course. The wind will start appearing in the later ones and get stronger and stronger.
What FPS are we running?
We're at 60 frames per second, so double frame perfect inputs are pretty difficult.
Wow.
Yes.
Didn't get the sunshine treatment.
Nope. But it's good. This game looks stunning for its time because of 60 frames per second. Yeah. And the same is true for Kirby Air Ride later, you'll see.
Very well done.
So yeah, whenever I run this game at a marathon or any special thing, as long as I get one of those strategies, then I'm really happy, because double frame perfect is really hard to do. And as long as I can highlight the fact that these strategies exist to get eagles and holes in one, like right there, I was 1 frame late on getting that hole in one. I was really close to it. As long as I can do that, I can really show off how much the community overall has put into this game, because I didn't make every single strat here. Like, I made some of them, but there's so many variations of them, and so many hours have been poured into finding every little thing we can do to save time. So I really like to show that part of this runoff, first and foremost, to really give back to the community and highlight their contributions.
So for people that are tuning in just now, how long is this run probably going to take you?
Yeah, so any percent consists of the 6 tournaments, the 6 main tournaments in the game. So 6 different courses, and each course is going to be about an average of 8.5 minutes on world record pace. So overall, this is a 50-minute speedrun. I'm going for sub 50, but it is a long-term goal that is incredibly difficult. I've poured a few thousand attempts into this category already.
Wow.
So yeah, 50 minutes is what you can expect. 30 of those will be pure Waluigi action, and then we'll have a secret character unlocked for the last 2 courses.
Ooh. Leaving us in the dark. No spoilers here.
Yep, no spoilers. So yeah,
Hope it's
an
a
average
Nintendo
run.
character.
Yeah. it might be. There aren't any Camelot characters in this game, unfortunately. They stopped doing that with Advanced Store and the handheld games. But the Camelot characters are truly, they're goated.
So what kind of mechanics are we working with here, opposed to, I don't know another golf game to compare it to. This is the only golf game I play, but especially with like the special shots where you can literally see the ball moving after the fact with the flames and all that.
Yeah, so mechanics, we're working with the shot. I'm doing manual shots first and foremost. So a manual shot, I'll give you the inputs here. You press A, B, and then your combination to end the shot, whichever you think is best for the shot. And so a manual shot allows us to have a lot more control over the shot, including using the spins that you're seeing, which are setting the ball on fire and somehow not lighting the course up.
Right.
And I'm about to skip a hole right here, just in case you're confused while I'm doing this. I only need a certain score to win the tournament, so I can go ahead and skip holes that are long if my score is good enough, and that is like the main routing for the speedrun, how it works overall. So yeah, this manual shot, I'm using spins. There's regular and super backspin, as well as regular and super topspin that we can use. I'm also hitting a certain part of the ball. If you look above Toad in the bottom right, I'm hitting the top of the ball almost all of the time, because that means that the ball is in the air for less time. It's closer to the ground, and it travels faster to get to the same distance without having as much loft. And so those kind of shots are much more chaotic, but once you have a grip on how they work, you can save a lot of time, multiple minutes over the speedrun by using top shots wherever possible. We've also got that minus 2% next to Toad, again in the bottom right. You can see that is the main bit of RNG that I'll be working against, besides rain and wind and hole locations on the green. That we call shot distance variation, and that shows up as soon as I hit the power, so I can react to it. Also another hole-in-one here, by the way.
Yeah,
sorry,
nice.
I spoiled it. There it is.
So the wind isn't always going to be consistent every single run?
Yeah, so in this first course, again, there will be no wind, and that's what allows us to do things like that hole-in-one, provided we're good enough at the rhythm game, you know? It's kind of a rhythm game, trying to time it. So in the next courses, the wind will start showing up, and we don't really have as many of those strategies you're seeing me do, but there are a few that still exist if I get lucky enough to get no wind. So you'll see me go for those. And then to win Lakitu here, we only need a score of +6, so golf, higher scores are worse. You want to go into the negatives, and you can clearly see I'm pretty far ahead of that. So yeah, that's the first course, Lakitu Valley. And we skip the award ceremony here by soft resetting with a button combination. And that is why we use memory card in this run. It's actually faster, so that we can skip it while having our progress saved.
That was like insanely quick for that first section. I didn't even realize that was 8 minutes. That was so entertaining. I didn't even notice that all just happened. That was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty decent Lakitu Valley. The courses from here on get a little longer overall because the requirements to win go up in difficulty, so I can't skip as many holes, and also the holes themselves are overall more difficult to navigate or longer in general. So yeah, this second course, Cheap Cheap Falls, we start seeing the wind there. We have a cutoff of +4 instead of +6, so it jumps up a bit. And yes, so what else is there to explain? Showed you the impact point.
I have one question, which is, will you ever fail on like the very first course, and then because like that one just takes like way too long, and then have to make it all back up in the later ones, or are you always going to leave yourself room for backups?
I will pretty much, if the first course doesn't go perfectly, and whenever I'm just doing attempts, I'll pretty much reset it then, because there's no excuses for me. Because of all the strats there, I have confined myself in world record attempts to basically just do that course nearly perfectly, give myself a huge lead, and go from there, really. So, I don't know. In terms of like failing the tournament, also, that was not strat. That was just luck. Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'll take it.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah. I should have. What am I doing? I mean, it's a semi-strat. I know how much to move to the right off the tee shot, so it's all about the muscle memory. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the upcoming Mario Golf game?
Yeah, of course. We're going to talk about that,
Of course
right?
we're going to talk about that.
We'd be remiss to not talk about it. Alright. So, Super Rush. We could spend the next course talking about it, now that you know everything about Cheap Falls.
Yeah, pretty much.
The game comes out on June 25th at midnight for your local time zone, alright? So just, you guys know that. I'm expecting you all to pre-order it, because it's a good game. Well, I can't speak for it yet, but I'm telling you it's going to be a good game. It's a Mario Golf game, it's a main installment in the series, and you're sure as heck gonna see me playing it a metric crap ton, if I may say so.
For sure.
I overhit that on accident, but it's okay. We have a hole-in-one, so that's gonna save me.
There we go.
And in this course, I am looking to match the number of holes that I'm playing with birdies. So I'm playing birdie golf, essentially. I want to hit all the birdies I can to skip the optimal set of holes. And so you can keep that in mind while you watch this course, and while we talk more about Super Rush. So yes, June 25th, I'm going to be playing it. I actually bought it on the Australian
I was about to ask,
store,
like, if you get it on the Australian shop.
There's no way I couldn't. Like, that's just, I would be so dumb if I didn't do that. This is my one shot. Everyone knows me in my community as the Mario Golf guy, so they're all expecting me to go ham on Super Rush. And surely enough, I have been doing very detailed analysis and making sure I'm following along with everything they released. So they had a new trailer this week showing the game, more aspects of it. And I think it looks good. It's definitely, this is the first Mario Golf game that kind of deviates from this bar playstyle on the bottom and goes more instead towards a Wii Sports kind of meter. And that could be good or bad. My main thing in looking at this new game is whether or not they're going to have controllable aspects of luck. So anything that's governed by RNG, is it going to be controllable? Can I react to it and change my shot when I see it? Or is it just going to, be a shoot and pray kind of situation? And that is true for the 3DS installment in this series, which is World Tour. There are certain aspects of the shot that you can't see that are governed by RNG. So the shot power, if you hit the same exact frame, it's consistent in all aspects of your shot. It can still vary in how far it goes by a pretty decent margin. I think it's like 5% or so. And clearly that leads to a lack of precision.
That's frustrating, actually. I mean,
yeah, it's
just
super frustrating.
Pretty much anybody. I mean, I wasn't even just thinking speedrunners, but if you'd just be genuinely confused why I hit it the exact same way at the exact same time with all the same exact conditions, yet it's in a completely different spot. I wonder why they do that.
I can tell you why they do that. If you actually took the time to do the science and see that. Yeah. It's, well, not exactly. It's still got a competitive aspect to it, but what happened is they have online tournaments with the game, of course. I mean, that's just what they do. So it's global participation, I think. Pretty sure it's global tournaments. And these tournaments have the same exact settings. And, like, if you play the tournament over and over and you keep revisiting it, every hole will have the same exact wind, whether it's raining or not. It's all going to be the same. And that leads to the fact, like, if you keep replaying it, you could eventually come up with the perfect shots if you just kept playing it and there was, nothing, no luck aspect that was controlling that you could react to, per se. If you just kept playing it over and over, you could see, oh, I need to hit this shot here, and if you don't hit it, then you reset and you try it all over again. So they could just farm for perfect scores using the same character and so forth. So what they did to combat that kind of playstyle and that kind of like repetitive grind to it that wouldn't be very fun, or it's kind of like a loophole overall. They just made it so that you have that variable RNG on your shot and you can't do anything with it because, well, if you hit the same shot over and over, then having the same RNG would mess you up. And the reason they did that, so now you're like, okay, well, will I have the same wind direction and all that? Because if they randomize that, there's a chance that people could just get unfair advantages in their eyes where they get lucky and get some ridiculous wind helping them on every hole and no rain, so they had a better advantage compared to everyone else. They set it up in that fair play style kind of light.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I have a feeling, because we'll definitely have online tournaments in Super Rush again, that they're probably going to have something similar to that. And there's already one thing that some of the astute in the Mario Golf communities overall have picked out in the trailer, which is this arrow. Wherever you set the power, there's a little arrow that kind of bounces around, and it seems to land in a random spot to the left or the right on the bar, and that kind of, and to us, that determines whether or not the shot is going to deviate in that direction. So we're kind of expecting that to be not a controllable factor. So far, that's all we've really got in terms of RNG, though, and we're really hoping that that shot power thing does not exist.
Ooh. Were you trying to get?
So yeah, that's
get in the hole there.
I mean, it would have been nice, but yeah. I didn't mean to hit the tree there, but I kind of got unlucky on my shot there. I had -1%, so the ball went 1% less far as it would have gone, given that RNG in the bottom right corner. So I was paying attention to that. And then I also hit it 1 frame short of full power, so that is a difference of a few yards that can actually mess up your shot entirely. It's pretty precise. So yeah, I didn't do the optimal set of 2 par 5 skips on this course just in case I messed up. But that is still a pretty fast cheap falls that I'm happy with.
So what do you think about the, like, what is running on the course aspect of the new Mario Golf?
That's the speed golf mode, and also
right.
battle golf, I think, is something new they introduced. I think that it's probably going to be an aspect of the game, but not like it's not going to be the overall playstyle. There'll still be traditional golf. And, I mean, I like it. I think it's fun and creative, and I know that the netcode for it is going to be like, that's going to be the one area where the netcode is not going to shine very well, I think. It's going to be kind of like Mario Kart.
You'd only hope that it like improved, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. With Nintendo Online.
And Toadstool Tour is goated. To answer the question in chat. Absolutely goated. I've spent 5 figures of hours in this game, and there is a reason for that. Yeah, there absolutely is a reason for me continuing to play this and still being entertained and having fun with it, despite it being the same 6 courses, you know, like, how could I keep going? It's because the skill ceiling is unreachable, basically, so you can keep improving and improving and still going and mastering every part of your shot on every course. It just never ends, really. And I think in Super Rush, if there were to be that hidden power RNG element, that it would severely knock down my overall playtime of the game, because that reduces its competitiveness by nature.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's my thoughts on the game.
Is there an optimized task of this game?
Yes, I have made a TAS for the any percent of category of this game, which I'm playing right now. It is 37 minutes long in TAS timing. So it's
so that's from Power On, right?
Yes, that's from Power On. RTA timing I had some variable emulator lag when I did record it. RTA timing is like 39 minutes, so it's still over 10 minutes faster than the world record has ever been.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of room to grow with this game.
Yep, absolutely. And that's never going to be reachable, of course, because in the Taz we just literally hit the ball into the hole without even bouncing on almost every single hole. And because you get all those holes in one, you can skip so many different holes that you can't do in RTA, and it kind of just bounces around like that. So yeah, that's never going to be attainable. But what we can do is some cool shortcuts like this one on this hole that allow us to go for an eagle, even with weaker characters from the beginning. And I'm just going to hit it over to the right because I didn't move enough, but I typically go for the chip in here, off the bunker.
Wow, nice.
Yep, so chips and putts, of course. Everyone thinks putts are the hardest part of golf in general, and it definitely is in real life, I could say that. In Mario Golf, it's difficult, but you can master putting to a certain extent. It's the chip game, I think, where there's the most possible key differences in playstyle in terms of how you consistently chip in, and I think chipping in this game is my favorite part of speedrunning it and just overall, because it's really improv. Once I'm past the first course, all of my gameplay is improv, reacting to RNG, like this rain in a desert, which is very rare because of the climate. They actually paid attention to that. So yeah, all I'm doing here is pretty much improv what I know how to do, and chipping is a part of that to save myself when I'm in a rough situation. Pun intended.
Probably helps keep the game fresh for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Very well done.
So is there any type of like RNG manipulation in this game, or not anything that you know of?
RTA, it's impossible to know what to do with it. It's determined every single frame, so if your shot is one frame faster, yeah, there's no way to know how it's gonna end up. But in Taz's, we definitely do take advantage of it. There have been a few different Taz's of this, not just any percent, but also going against the character matches. And oh wow, I'm surprised that didn't go.
Wow.
Yeah, that slope is pretty steep. That one actually took me off guard. Like, you know, you're like, wow, I've played these courses thousands of times, and I know that putt and how hard I need to hit it, but sometimes it still is like, really? That didn't work? It's a never-ending grab bag of fun in this game. So yeah, this third course, you'll notice the wind is in meters per second. Well, it is in meters per second, even though it just says M. In miles per hour in NTSCU version, you can just multiply that by about 2.2 to get miles per hour. So on this course, we can have up to 3 meters, or yeah, I think it's 3 meters per second, and thus 7 miles per hour is possible on this course. And it can be any value in between that, so you have to know how to react to different wind speeds and directions as well, and how they affect each club, because every club works differently. Some of them go, the woods go low and fast, but the wedges are high and slow, so wind might affect them more or in a different way. So everything you have to keep track of when you're making your shots is there in front of you. That almost went in. Wow.
That was so close. That's really cool though. I mean, everything that I'm seeing from the speedrun, it makes me like interested in it, just because it's not like the same thing every single time. Like you're saying, there's a lot of improv, which I wasn't actually expecting. I thought you were literally going to be doing the same strategies every time, and then just trying to hit the like double frame perfect stuff. And if you don't, then oh, that sucks.
Yep, it's all improv past that first. Even the first course is improv, because you can still get that plus or minus % on your shot, and you have to react to it. And that is one of the hardest things to do in speedrunning. This, by the way, is reacting to that plus or minus, because you only have half of the shot, like while it's coming back, to react to it and change your shot appropriately. It's what I would say is the hardest thing to learn in speedrunning this.
And there's still a bounty out for this game, right?
Yes, so we could talk about that. Back in, I think it was August, right? Last year, you and I actually coordinated a raffle for this category of this game in particular, and we had a really strong turnout. It was epic to see. Lots of people joined in, and at the same time as that raffle, we announced a raffle, or I'm sorry, not a raffle, but a bounty. I just said it, but it escaped my mind. We announced a $1,000 bounty, and it's a moving bounty, depending on how many people want to contribute to it, to just get the world record in this category at any time. No matter what it is at that time, just beat the record. And it lasts indefinitely, so it's still going. And we have variable contributors who have pledged to the bounty from the community itself, including myself. I want to see this beaten. I crave competition. So yeah, that still exists, and you can find the details for that on speedrun.com/mgtt for this game.
I wish you luck with finding somebody that's willing to take on your 10,000 hours, but
Yeah.
But then again, like, it doesn't necessarily take that long to like catch up because strategies are developed over time.
Right, I started the speedrun with nothing.
Yeah, but it's still gonna take quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there weren't these advanced holes-in-one strategies. There were a few when I started, but I started speedrunning this over 4 years ago now, so you need +3 to win this, by the way, so we're fine.
Nice.
Yeah, so all the resources are out there for anyone who wants to try to conquer this game. Like I said, I crave competition, so Mario Golf Super Rush, I'm really hoping brings a lot of golf fans out of the woodworks and really gives us something to... the top speedrunners of each Mario Golf game that currently exists, you know, something to go against. And then, over time, by proxy, maybe those people will rediscover their love for this game and other Mario Golf games in the series and see, hey, maybe I might be good at taking this bounty out.
Kind of like Ultimate players moving over to Melee.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I think that there's going to be
great.
quite a few people running the new Mario Golf because there really hasn't been a new game to speedrun in just the Nintendo series. I mean, other than I think there was the Bowser's Fury, but like that was not really a full game, so it counts, but not really.
Yeah,
but
it's still a really well developed.
Oh yeah, it's a really fun game, and yeah, it was. I just don't know if people are still really speedrunning as much.
They are. I think it's becoming more and more optimized, but yeah, I've watched a few recently. It's a good speedrun.
And then there was like Pokemon Snap that came out recently as well, but
I haven't seen
it's kind of like a auto scroller.
Yeah, I haven't seen
but there is time save. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it might actually stand out, not just to the golfers, but overall, like people looking to speedrun a new Nintendo game.
Yep.
Definitely gonna have to give that one a try.
I think that this one will actually have quite a few people interested in it. Depending on the game just has to be good, so we'll have to wait and see if it is.
So, I think it will. Now,
I think it will be too.
How competitive it is overall, though, that's what remains to be seen. And I'll be testing it out the moment it comes out. I'm having a release party, all that stuff. And my plan for it is to play it casually, but like scouting it out, like kind of routing in my mind what are some
what I do
categories.
as well.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be doing my casual playthrough, but I'm like, let me replay this level real quick and just like let me see something.
Secret character.
Oh, who is it? Who is it going to be?
Might have been on the screen. I don't know.
I think I did see who it was, but I don't want to say it because I'm not going to spoil it for everybody.
Yeah, if you weren't paying attention, you're going to have to wait. That secret character unlocks at 50 birdie badges. I just gave you an avenue to look it up on Google now, didn't I? But it's okay. So 50 birdie badges, best badges actually is what they're called. Basically means if you get a birdie or better on a hole, you get a badge for it. And having enough of those badges will unlock one of the hidden characters in this game. And when you get an unlockable character in this game, it automatically comes with the star form of the character. And the star form of the character basically makes them a glass cannon of themselves, so they get increased distance for decreased control. So they're a bit harder to handle, but for the last two courses, which do get more complex and longer overall, that extra power is definitely going to be what gets us through there the fastest. Even though that character, almost said who they are, has slower animations than Waluigi does. That is offset by the fact that they can make some more eagles and tackle the longer holes better than these non-star characters can, which is all we have to use from a new game file. So that's why that character is crucial to this run, because this is a new save file.
Is that the biggest difference between like most of the courses, is just that they become longer, or is there some other things or aspects that would make it more difficult for you?
No, they actually, I think this might actually be the longest, like, average hole course. This is also my least favorite course and the most difficult in my opinion. So it's really that they just throw other shenanigans at you, new things you have to tackle and stuff like that. You'll see when we get there. But yeah, also the cutoffs are more difficult on them, so on this one it's +2, which I'm currently at. And on the last two, it's +1 and 0, and also the wind speed gets, you know, it's all those things that kind of adapt over the course of the run. That was a beautiful shot.
Oh, that was so close.
One can hope, right? This blooper is really solid though so far. I don't think I've made a mistake. And I think if I had 0 wind on this hole, this would actually go in almost.
Oh my god! Dude,
I tried to fudge it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah. Shots I'm not expecting to play, but every run is unique, and with it comes that that fun, like, will I find something that just works? Sometimes it's really close. Like this one I'm not even sure about. I have no idea what this is gonna do, but
you're teasing us.
Yeah. It's pretty difficult to, if I would recommend watching the bottom right ball model next to Toad. On some of these shots I'm playing like half impact up, and it's really hard to hold that because it's a very specific like tap of the control stick. I'm like holding it halfway up. There's like a grid of 125 by 125 possible precise locations you can hold the control stick, and that does change your shot every single one of them. So on some of them I'm trying to hold the precise position on the ball, and that is really difficult to do when you're trying to focus on hitting double frame perfectly and looking at the wind and the rain and where it is on the green. It's all this stuff that kind of culminates into one beautiful shot over time.
And you're saying frame perfect, so you're saying that if you were 1 frame early or 1 frame late, that
it would change it by a set amount, yeah, a certain amount.
It just would not go in. Or do you think it could?
Would. I mean, it depends on like how I aimed it, but if I had a shot that I knew would go in if it were double frame perfect and just like hitting it perfectly, if I were 1 frame off, it would not be even close. It would probably be with Waluigi. It would probably be anywhere from 1 meter to 3 meters off just by 1 frame.
Dang.
So yeah, like on average with Waluigi, you gotta be really clutch. If I take 1 frame off the power there, not hit the full power, but like, so this is like 6 frames off, that's a difference of at least 15 yards, I think, off the top of my head, if I had to guess. So I'm trying to do like the mental math based on what I know without actually seeing the numbers, and just remember how much power I need to take off. It's a term we call distance control, and purposefully mishitting shots, not hitting the sweet spot, which is like that's 1 frame off the sweet spot. That can also be used to control your distance. In the event that I see that I overhit, I'm like, oh, I should probably do something to this shot. And I'm pretty much always going for stuff like that. Like, I know kind of the shot that I want to hit as it happens in my brain, but if, you know, the moment that I mistime it at all, how I anticipated doing it, then I'm changing my shot and adjusting things that I need to do. So that's kind of the process that you'll be looking for. And then one last thing I didn't...
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, one last thing I didn't explain yet is, again, the ball model in the bottom right. If you look at that, this is pseudo RNG, which means it's not technically RNG, it's technically consistent, but there's no way we could possibly know everything about it because it's specific to literally the pixel or voxel in 3D, whatever you want to call it, that you land on a surface. The lie, which is what the ball sits on, essentially, can change on the same surface that you're on. So on fairways, you can have what's called a bad lie on the fairway, and what that looks like is a little bit of dirt that appears under your ball. So whenever I see that, I know that my shot is impacted, I have less control over my shot, and I also have a lower, or a smaller rather, impact zone, which is the red bar that you'll see whenever I'm making a shot. On the right-hand side, I have a red bar. The impact zone determines how grave a one-frame mistake will be. Also, sorry if you hear my cat, he's very upset right now.
I think somebody might have said it in chat.
Yeah. He's meowing, that's Midas.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game. He gets very upset sometimes. So yeah, that lie, I'm always on the lookout for that. If I see dirt under the ball, or if I'm in rough and there's a lot more grass covering the ball, that signifies to me that I have a bad lie, and I have less power available to me, and also that impact zone is going to be shorter. So if I make a one-frame mistake, it's going to have, it's going to deviate much more from the simulation line you see, the white line on your screen, compared to what it would have if I had a good lie on the fairway. So yeah, I'm always on the lookout for something like that too, just in case I mistime it and I have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, I was
So
pretty
we're on
sure
Peach's Castle.
I saw Boo whenever you had announced the mystery character, but
Yep.
it is
Peach's
confirmed.
Castle Grounds. We're using Boo, also known as Teresa in the Japanese version. Yep, not Waluigi anymore because we get that increased distance from the star character. This is the worst pin location on this hole. 1 in 3 chance here, so I got bad luck. But I think I played it well. Nice. Boo has
stuff.
longer animations, actually, so the only reason we use Boo here is because you can hit further, because unlockable characters automatically come with their star forms, which gives you increased distance. So yeah, we're using that increased distance to our advantage, and that saves more time than the difference in animations would, which is a slightly less significant amount.
Boo has some crazy form, but you're making it work, Bluekandy. You're clearly making it work.
Yep, that was a complete improv shot. I had no idea if I was going to hit the edge of the rough. If I instead landed a yard further on the green, I would have bounced all the way to the back bunker, and that would not have worked at all. But I made a rough estimation in my mind that I would probably hit the, 5 or so yards of rough that lie in front of the green there.
That was a really clean one, and you weren't even sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I made an educated guess. He's
That's
very
sick.
upset. What are you doing?
I can't hear it too much because of probably the Discord noise gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm. And Midas is golden. Yes, he's the golden touch cat. Appropriate name. So yeah, on Peach Castle Grounds we have winds that go up to 5 meters per second or 11 miles per hour. And we have to hit a score of +1, which, I mean, I have no problems with that. It's just, can I skip those long holes that I need to skip here to save the most time? So far I haven't made a mistake in this Peaches too, which is fantastic. I did have one slow hole on hole 3 because I got that bad pin location, and what that did is I lost a couple seconds because I couldn't play a top impact shot. I couldn't hit the top of the ball, because if I did that I'd just go in the bunker. You want to pay attention to this hole here. This is a special case.
Oh, this is gonna be sick.
Every casual hates this hole because they have no idea how to go up.
Oh my gosh.
So you can take a shortcut over here with a strong enough character and hit up onto the green here. And it's a pretty free eagle as long as you hit that tee shot correctly.
Very
And
nice.
yes, you can albatross. Thank you. You can make an albatross here too. I've made it a couple times. Yeah, we climbed that mountain. Yeah, so I guess I could talk more about how I route this. I have an idea of how I want to start every hole off the tee. So like I'm doing the same tee shots that I'm used to, but of course the moment that I, hit a frame late or a frame less power, that just goes completely out the window. I'm kind of just going to the same spot I'm used to going to and I want to try to hit to. and from there it's whatever I need to do from there on. So here, this is one of the hardest tee shots because it's very precise. Can't do a full top shot, and you do have to add that left hit on the ball. We call that a fade, by the way. And because Boo's natural shot curves so far out to the right and then back in, Boo has a natural draw. But what happens when you hit the left part of the ball is you add side spin that goes the other way, so you actually end up hitting a straight shot. And that straight shot, when you straighten out the shot with a character like this, you get a lot of increased distance. So many people think that PD Piranha is the strongest character in this game, but actually Bowser hits further because he has such a wide curve to his shot. When you straighten it out by hitting the left side of the ball, he actually hits about 9 yards further than PD does. Little known fact. So I'm doing that pretty consistently here on par 5s.
The ball almost hit the camera there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a lot of different camera angles that give us information on our shot. So I just need to make sure this doesn't go OB. Okay, very good. That chain chomp area is out of bounds, so don't want to go in there.
What's the max wind speed that you might have to deal with here?
Yeah, on Peaches it's 11 miles per hour or 5 meters per second. And on the next course it'll be 6 meters per second or 13 miles per hour. And in the game it goes up to 20 miles per hour, or actually 22 in training mode, but you only have to deal with that in the star tournaments, which are unlocked after you beat the regular tournaments, which is the point of this speedrun, to get to the credits. My cat friend has joined me on the desk.
Yo, pass the controller.
Let's see if I can get up there. I'm in a weird spot.
It's gonna be such a difficult shot. I'm sure
Yeah,
it'll go right in.
I kind of had to, like, if I didn't topspin there, I might have fallen backwards into the bunker, so I opted to just go to the other side of the green there with what I had. So, Beastscape has a question here. I'm reading it at the moment. If unlockable characters didn't get the star version, Waluigi would be used for all 6 tournaments. Yep. Yep. If we just unlocked Boo, Boo is actually like 1 yard weaker, per se, in how much power the base character has compared to Waluigi. Even though Boo has like that large draw to their shots, when you straighten it, it's really not that. It doesn't really do enough to justify having the character. And if that were true, like, we would use Bowser instead. I went in the water here? Oh, that sucks. I didn't mean to do that much of a miss. Alright, so we have to improv here.
Let's see how Bluekandy fixes this all up.
Kind of just gonna go as fast as possible, really, with what I've got. There was no way I was gonna make it up to the green there, so if I hit that 1 yard or 1 frame harder, it might have gone in, though.
I mean,
Right,
really,
so
that was a solid backup.
Yeah. So with that, I was gonna skip the 18th hole, but now I don't have enough score to do that,
Right.
given that bogey. So I'll just skip this one instead. And I like the 18th, so it's the one with fireworks.
And yeah, he is going to be skipping courses at certain points just because it's faster. He just needs a certain score. Kind of like he just explained, but now he has to make up a couple points because normally he'd be skipping this one. And then, so Boo also has a shorter animation at the end then? Is that another reason for using it?
No, there's...
Nope.
Boo has longer animations overall. It's just that increased power that really helps.
Gotcha. It saves that much time that it's actually worth it.
Yep. The animations are only a difference of, like, you know, like, between Waluigi and Bowser, there's 17 frames on their putting animation. And in this game, since it's 60 frames per second, that's about a quarter second.
Mm-hmm.
So, given that, like, yes, a quarter second is a lot, especially when you're putting over 108 total holes. It is a lot in that way, but that only totals up across the run, I believe, to like 30 or so seconds. And every time we make an eagle or save a stroke that the regular character could not have access to, that's about 5 seconds in and of itself. And then skipping longer holes because we saved more strokes overall on those holes, particularly par 5s, is gonna, like, that's gonna be another 10 seconds here and there. So the animations, while significant, do not match the different hole skips and eagles that we could save.
Very well done.
Do you see the cat there?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Alright, so yes, this course, casually most difficult.
Nice shot.
We got
Speedrunning,
home court
it's
advantage.
really hard. Yeah. Speedrunning, it's also really hard, especially when I'm on the wood here. Plus 9%, or, so I have to change my shot whenever I see that, and I still didn't do enough. That still went way too far. So certain materials that we could land on are going to have much wider shot distance variations that I have to react to. Yeah, so making that chip is pretty cool.
That was sick, actually. Like, what a backup.
Nice shot.
So on this hole, we hit to this very small island, bounce against the brick, hopefully, and then have a shot to the green. I wouldn't say that these courses are particularly more difficult overall in terms of speedrunning once you have this consistent routes down like I do, but what happens is that they're much more precise. So when you make a frame of mistake, it's much more punishing than compared to the previous courses because everything is so, you know, there's so many hazards and you have to really be careful. To be super careful I don't hit the boos here. What those do is if you go through them, they reduce your shot power, so you can just fall in the water there, basically.
Oh.
Hate that. Nice. Yeah.
Nice bird. Very well done.
Significant version differences between the versions. So we play on the Japanese version because mainly, you know, and usually it's text speed. You're used to seeing that as the reason for speedruns being on the Japanese version or so forth. But in this game, text speed doesn't really have anything to do with it. It's mostly the fact that the Japanese version, and also PAL, came out after North American version, which is unusual for Nintendo's history of releasing games. And in the time between them releasing those versions, they actually touched up the game. So in the Japanese version, things load faster, essentially. So the scoreboard that comes up every single time I complete a hole, that loads much faster on this version. And overall, that contributes to a time save of about 2.5 minutes for this category. If you did a longer category, like 100% in this game is about 4.5 hours, for me at least. And in that category, it saves roughly 15 minutes. So yeah, the version is necessary to have the fast one, just because they touched it up so much.
Nice on.
And
then
I'm
in
assuming
PAL,
PAL's slower? Because
PAL is a
PAL is PAL?
completely different thing. Because it runs natively at 50 Hertz, every aspect of this game essentially is modified by that. And for the speedrun, ooh, that's bad. Hopefully this works. Okay, we're in the rough. That's fine. I'm just gonna play the backup here. You want to hit to the small platform up here, and you can kind of do a roundabout strat to get to the green. That might actually send me OP. Am I alive? What is going on here?
Come on, baby!
Okay, nice. Not what I was thinking would happen, but we work with it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that.
That was very strange.
Nice.
Alright, cool.
Birdie bird.
Don't talk too much while you're playing Badlands. That's the lesson learned here.
Very well done.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
they are so PAL is a completely different speedrun in this game, because if you play on PAL 60, if you modify it, the game is actually, it's 117% speed compared to North American, Japanese versions, because parts of the game run at 50 Hertz, but parts of the game were kind of trimmed to match the speed, so the shot meter actually moves at the same speed in PAL 50 as it does in NTSCU and JP. So when you edit the game to play at PAL 60 so that everything else plays at the same speed as these versions, then the shot meter moves faster overall, and thus it's a different we can't put it in the same category because it would be faster. So yeah, that's unfortunate thing about this game is we don't really have a PAL community because the competitive aspect of the leaderboard doesn't exist. That's a tough putt. I can't really
Makes
see what I'm
sense.
doing there. Yeah.
Nice ball.
So yeah, PAL unfortunately suffers from that drawback, but we still do have PAL speedrunners, which is really cool. And someday I do want to speedrun this on PAL. The only problem is it would absolutely destroy my muscle memory. It's very particular to how this game runs, and the moment that I have to hit shots at a different speed, it would just go all down the drain. So I have to complete my goals here
That could be a funny like one-off like YouTube video for yourself if you were interested in doing that.
Yeah.
Just like doing like a day full of runs and just highlighting like just all the facepalm moments. Like
Yep. It's one of the few things I have left to do in this game, yeah. Let's play it on the PAL version. This putt is very bad, and I almost didn't adjust enough for it. It's just that little, it's like a little wedge in the green. You just have to pay attention to it. So yeah, we're coming up on the end of the speedrun here.
yeah.
If there's anything else you want me to explain or any other questions I can...
Chat, you got any questions before finishes this game off? We're zooming right now.
With this, you kind of just have to make sure you hit it through the grate. You know, if I'm going in a bunker, that's secondary to just making sure that I make it to the green. And there's no chance for me to get that in because I backspun way too close to the edge there, so I just kind of have to get it on the green somehow. And you can putt out of bunkers and hazards like that. That's another option that most people don't think about. You can actually putt out of them. Of course, that's not realistic. It's another fantasy element, but it's definitely a tool that you want to utilize. I have no idea how far this is going, okay, because I accidentally clubbed down one too many times. It's a very precise thing, like one down impact will actually cause you to club down. What is going on here?
What's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon is Man-type, followed by Steel.
Okay. Now I know.
Yeah, any questions? Like, I love answering them while I do
will be
this.
posting them for you.
Yeah. When does the chance to unlock star hidden characters in this game appear? Okay, so hidden characters, there are 4 of them. Boo is one of them, so you only get that. In this speedrun, you only play the tournaments, and Boo is the only one that has to do with the tournaments. So the other ones have to do with Ring Attack, that's Shadow Mario, and then there's the side games, Birdie Challenge, that is for PD Piranha and Bowser Jr. This will probably be the last hole I play, as long as I don't bogey it. I have the required score I need to finish the last 2, or just skip them. So bounce off the guy's foot, nice, good lie here as well. And it is optimal to not have these thwomps do their animation where they land on your ball. It looks like I skipped both of them, actually. Just have to make it around this guy. Alright. That will do it for total for any percent. I'll tell you when time is. This is going to be a low 52, which matches my GDQ time of 52:20. It's pretty good. The second best speedrun of any percent right now, second place is 52:20, actually. So if I did not have world record in this game, then this run right here would be world record.
That's
if I did not have it. Yeah.
So for anybody looking to go after for that bounty,
and time. I don't know why I split. I acted like I was splitting.
A lot of runners here. I remember seeing ZFG during a marathon. He like got to a certain part. He like what? He didn't even have anything in front of him. He just like reached out. And
yeah, he's like, up, split.
Like yep, I totally feel that.
So yeah, we can. What made me want? I can answer a few more questions while the credits roll. They last about a minute and a half, so we got some time here before we move on to Kirby.
Oh, we don't have to let the credits roll, but I think we got all the questions.
Oh, I got potential time save. Potential time saves in this game. There's really none that we don't know of. Actually, it's mostly just you gotta execute and get lucky that you don't get that random element of RNG that kind of messes you up if you don't know how to handle it. And what made me want to speedrun this particular game, because I've been playing it since it came out in 2003. That's where all my hours come from. I've done a few thousand hours of speedrunning this on stream, but I played this casually since I was 6 years old. So.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed this run, make sure you hit the like button on YouTube because the stream is going to be continuing. We're just going to be switching over games right now. We're moving over. Bluekandy's going to be doing another game, and it's going to be Kirby Air Ride City Trial any %. We'll talk more about it when we get it up. The intermission will be less than 5 minutes. We just need to get everything set up. He needs to get everything set up. So we will literally be right back. But that's going to be a really exciting run to see. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over to intermission, and we'll be right back. Again, less than 5 minutes. Go ahead and stretch out your legs. Bathroom break.
The next station is Oslo Central Station.
Okay, we're going to go transition back now.
All right.
All right, guys, I was not lying. Was not lying at all. I'm sure some of what I just got done saying to him went through because of my delay. But yeah, we're right back. We got Kirby Air Ride. This is City Trial any %. Do you want to explain what City Trial is opposed to what maybe a regular any % would be, or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there is no regular any % in Kirby Air Ride because there's 3 different modes that you can see here, and in all of these modes we have a checklist. So there is just 120 total objectives here, and to unlock the credits, which is this box right here, we just have to fill in 100 of them. So City Trial any % essentially gets 100 checkboxes that are randomly distributed here. They'll always be the same goals, but they're randomly distributed, and we basically just go for 100 of those as fast as possible to get to the credits, and that is the run. So
Cool.
during this run, we'll be using 4 controllers, and it's going to be a lot. Just make sure.
So
you're
I
ready.
already have some questions, but I want to get the run started because we got a bit. We got a while to explain stuff. So whenever you're good, you can hit me up with the countdown.
All right, so to start this run off, we have a few things that have to happen before we start the run. And first one is to have the game settings shown here. You get to pick a stadium, essentially. This is allowed in the rules, from a previous save file. And when you delete the save file, overall, it will maintain the stadium even though it is not yet unlocked. And part of this run that's hard is getting the stadiums to show up randomly after each city that we do. So this gives me one of the stadiums that I need out of 6 total. Yeah, it's 6 total. And so this helps with the RNG significantly, and we'll just hope that the other stadiums do show up. So yeah, we have the time set at 7 minutes and Kirby Melee just as a precursor, and that's how we'll start the run. So
Cool.
yeah, so
Oh, so then you have
save
to you have to delete the data. So you had to like load
Yeah.
it up and then get that stadium to show up, then delete it.
Yeah, so yeah, we have to have, if you were just running this from a new game, you would just play it casually until it showed up, and then you'd be like, okay, finally, now I can do a
Yep.
run. But you just make sure you have it before it goes away when you delete the save data. So I'll count you down, and we'll get started with a stadium game, and then we'll go into the cities, and I'll explain what's going on.
Awesome.
Alright, so starting the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we are.
So, to
Okay.
begin with, we need a Drag Race 1 stadium track that has a dash panel as the first thing that shows up, and of course I'm getting terrible luck, and this is why we start with the stadium, by the way. Oh my gosh. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to
Great
use 2
start.
players, controlling them both at once, in order to get all of the Drag Race 1 unlocks. The stadium games have checkboxes associated with them. Actually, I can't do that.
What are the
I
unlocks?
need- So it's beating this race in a certain amount of time, and with Kirby's on certain vehicles. So Warp Star needs to finish in under 26 seconds, and the Formula Star has to finish in under 17. There we go. Sorry, I hit the mic.
I
This is a
didn't
very
want to. I
chaotic
didn't want to say
speedrun.
anything while you were doing your thing over here. So you're literally using 2 controllers at once.
Yep, and I will eventually be doing 4 controllers. Barely got
What?
that under some 26.
Use your feet at all for that.
Nope. I just have all 4 of them laid out in front of me here. So that's all Drag Race 1 checkboxes. We do that at the start. Normally on world record pace, I would just reset if I didn't get that the first time. But of course, this is a marathon run, so gotta make sure we get that done. So yeah, in the city, there's just so much to be looking out for. So any questions, just start piling.
Yeah,
in.
I have a few questions right now.
Of
So
course.
what's with the huge disparity between like leaderboard times? Like, and why is it that this is either gonna take 50 minutes or 2 hours?
Okay, so essentially this run is very much governed by RNG. Like literally everything falling, everything that exists in the city and so forth is all RNG. And I just have to react to it. So the reason it's like a viable speedrun overall is because usually the game gives you enough to finish it in a good amount of time. It's just how lucky will you be overall is kind of it. That's the wild card here. So I'm always reacting to everything that's falling from the sky. I can't really control it or know what's going to happen overall, but I can do my best. And with that in mind, I'm just going for all of the objectives that I know I need to do that I see as they happen. So that's how this works. They're everything in the city I'm going to be going for, and you know, if things don't show up that we need to finish the run, there's certain critical things like getting those stadium games to show up. They have so many checkboxes locked behind them that things that I would need to do to replace them would be they would take hours with how I route this run.
So what are you looking for right now? Just really anything that will boost up your stats.
Yeah, so in the first 7-minute city, this is the single player part of this run, which is nice. In these longer cities, I am doing it a longer city so that I can get enough of the stats. I need 10 each of almost all of the stats have a checkbox associated with getting 10 each. So I do the longer cities so I can build up speed and get enough of those stats to get the checkboxes for them. There's also ones that are related to getting food items. Certain amounts of different food items have checkboxes, and if you have more time in the cities and you're going faster, chances are good you're gonna find those food items, like this one right here. So I'm already done with maximum tomatoes because I only need 2, and those are in one city. They have to be all in the same city, which is why we have to do that. So I need to be a sniper and get this guy, because firework KOs, there's also a total amount of those that I need. And as you can tell, this is chaos.
I was just
doing
laughing to
literally-
myself about 5 hot dogs %.
Yep. So we actually need 3 hot dogs, so
3
we
hot
almost
dogs
get there.
% now.
Yeah, 3 hot dogs %. So this is really good. This gives me faith that the run will actually finish, because this is one of the random events that have a checkbox associated with them. And yeah, I got it. Oh, there's a hot dog. But it's up there, dude. How do I get that? I need that.
You need
Why did
that
he
hot
do that?
dog.
Yeah. Why did he do that to me, dude? That's so mean. There we go.
There we go.
I had to get the hot dog, man. So yeah, longer cities just to get these miscellaneous things done. And I'm just hoping those food items show up, because those are pretty critical. So the way this run works in my head is I have a set I have a set amount of things that I need to get, and anything that's based on RNG, like getting tack as an event there, that makes up for anything that I lose. So like if I don't manage to get 3 hot dogs, or I don't manage to get 10 boosts or whatever, you know, after I do a few 7-minute cities, then instead I will hope that I get those events to make up for those missing checkboxes. And there's a bit of a leniency there, but essentially, oh nice, got the hot dogs. There we go.
There we go.
Done. Maybe we could get 5. I do need to watch out for these CPUs. Yeah, submit it. You do get chances at 5 hot dog percent doing this run as well. So I have a time that's pretty good in that, but I didn't grind straight up hot dogs.
Right.
Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? Fake items. The min. Alright, these guys do nothing. We call them the min.
Oh my
Basically
god,
just a bunch
you're
of
starting to move so
machines.
fast now. All these boosts.
Yeah, the top speeds are really what increase your movement, so you have to be used to varying movement speeds and be able to play accordingly. And make sure this guy doesn't take you out in one shot, because he can. I need sushis, that's what that was, so I'll take that.
So
yeah.
what is the actual name of the vehicles in this game? Like gliders or
Yeah, I'm on, they're stars.
just
So I'm
stars
on
in general? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Compact Star. And then, I see this here, so I'll go for it now. Actually, I wonder where that last one is. He's still here. There are things called vehicle combos. Those have checkboxes associated with them. So I need to destroy certain vehicles with other certain vehicles. So this one is Warp KO Wheelie Star. And I had that there, so I went ahead and did it. And then, of course, I saw this guy. I was like, oh, well, I can just do this after, because I need to do Swerve KO Warp Star, and that works out quite nicely. So now I have 2 out of 8 total vehicle combos that I can use. And those are required checkboxes. I need to get those while I'm speedrunning.
Gotcha.
Category.
Oh my gosh,
Unfortunately-
this is getting crazy now.
Yeah, that's why I stayed on Compact Star for a while, because I didn't want to deal with this, but it gives me sushis, I might as well do it.
What's your favorite star?
My favorite star is Turbo Star. It's the red one that Blue Kirby is riding. I'm keeping track of them too, just in case they are on what I need. I think that's a sushi there I'm trying to get to. It's a hamburger, dude! I got baited! I apologize, I cannot look at chat at all during this.
Wow, dude. Really gonna do that to him.
Yeah. Get on this dude. There we go. 3 out of 8 vehicle combos is a pretty good start.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, so you're saying combinations, so how does that work?
So you just need to KO the specific vehicle while you're on another vehicle. Whatever means necessary.
This game's
gosh,
actually insane. I love this game.
I did not want that guy to hit me, so I had to make sure, because if I got KO'd by him, I'd lose all my stats. So we have Kirby Melee to start off here. I'm just going to exit out of this immediately, because I'm going to do it during the stadium segment later on. So we got tack. You have to pay attention to these
Cool.
boost turn charge defense, tomatoes and hot dogs, 3 vehicle combos. Alright, not a bad start. So now we're going to go back to the shuffle feature. Before I do that, I'm going to do what's called, I'm going to do, what is it called? Stadium manipulation? I can't even remember what it's called. But essentially, when you pick those stadiums there, and you exit out, like you're going to enter a city, it puts those stadiums on a list of the most recently done stadiums. So you can't get them again. And because I already have those unlocked from the start, I don't need to unlock them again. So I put them on that stored list, which was only found recently last year. That's new tech. And so that allows us to get the hidden stadiums that we need to get much more frequently. And that was huge for speedrunning. That's like absolutely massive, because that saved us so much pain. Because that part of the run, getting the stadiums, is just complete luck. You know, you can have everything go perfectly here, you get so much stuff, and you can't finish the run because you just don't get the stadiums. Everything goes perfectly, it doesn't matter. And it's still possible that we can't get those stadiums to appear. So like right now, I have a stadium selected through the shuffle feature, but I don't know what it is, and I'm just hoping that it's one of the ones that I need, and I'll tell you if it is one of the ones that I need when I see it. But it gets selected the moment you enter the city, and there's no way to know until you're done with the city. You just have to hope for the best.
So what exactly did you do for that manipulation? It looked like you were going in, changing setting, backing out.
Yeah, so when you change that, when you change the city to, say, like, target flight, for example, that means you are guaranteed to have target flight after you finish the city. Target flight is one of the ones we already start with unlocked, so we don't need to get it again. And it also happens to be the most heavily weighted stadium, so it shows up the most frequently until it's on that list. And the list contains 4 stadiums in it, so we fill out that list with the 4 most recent stadiums that we choose that we don't want to see. And it's impossible then to get them through the shuffle feature. So that's all how the shuffle feature is working. Yeah, so we call that stadium manipulation. Thank you, DRC.
Couldn't barely see anything at this point.
Yeah, this is one of those annoying events that actually hinders me quite a lot, especially with this terrible box luck. So I have boost, turn, charge, and defense. That means I need top speed, weight, and glide for the last 3 item-related checkboxes. And I have to get 10 of each of those. If I get a down of them, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, that's what we're working with right now.
Are there any combinations you'll have to make before the end of this?
Like the vehicle combos?
Yeah.
Yeah, those just have to show up. I do the majority of them in the next part of the run, which is I'm going to change over to 3-minute cities as soon as I have enough of the stuff that I need from the 7-minute city routing kind of thing that I do. So once I'm done with 7-minute cities, I change over to 3-minute cities, and that's where you'll see 2 and then 4 players that I'm controlling all of them. And there, my task is to KO those other human CPU or human players that are just kind of driving into the wall for the most part. And I KO them with certain items that have checkboxes associated with them. Where did that guy even go? Alright, nice.
Was that the one that you were looking for?
Yeah, yeah. He kind of just flew off when they collide with stuff. They can just fly off like that. So yeah, when I do that, every time you KO a vehicle, a new one will spawn in. So, when I'm KOing a bunch of the human players on vehicles, then I'll get a lot more vehicles spawning in. So that's typically when I do the vehicle combinations, because I'm not looking to do too much else at that point in that city. I'm kind of just moseying around, hoping that something shows up. Alright, so he got on that warp star. It's flashing red, so as low HP, that's what that tells me. Which means I could take him out really easily if I find another firework or item that I can KO with. So other items I'm looking to KO with are Gordos and sensor bombs, but I typically don't do that with the CPUs because it's just way easier and faster, I find, to... Those ones only require 3 KOs each, whereas the sensor or the fireworks requires 10 each. So I find it easier to just do that in groups of 3 because I'll be using 3 other human players just doing nothing. So you'll see me doing some various things like breaking all these buildings in the center. That's a checkbox, and I typically do it while I'm going fast. Let's get this guy
bodied.
next.
Oh my gosh, you're out for blood.
I almost got the triple there, but I got stuck on the ground there. Wait, there's another one. You have met your mark.
Oh
Come
my
here,
god.
my friend. There we go.
You're nearly moving like too fast.
Want me to go faster? Here, we can use this.
Like clearing half the map in like 2 seconds.
There's a slick star right there. I might need to use that.
Oh my
We'll
gosh.
see. Alright, that's good on weight. I don't know if I have enough glide here. Speaking of glide, I don't have enough turn, that's for sure, but we don't need it, so that's good. and during all of this I can use the C stick to pan around and see if I need to get anything, which is pretty handy. That's not a good stadium prediction. So the stadium predictions are events that they can show up and they're classified as events. They're actually the most common event. So that one right there, they're usually right. They're 90% right, but sometimes they can fool you into being wrong. Is that Formula Star? It is. Nice.
That's so trolly.
Now I need to check if the slick is still over here. It's not, so I will just KO this. And I like Turbo Star, which is what I'm on right now, so I'll keep it. Even though it can be chaos. Do this. Alright, so some things I've noticed right now is that I probably am not going to hit all of the items that I need, and I do not have 2 food items still. I did not get energy drinks, which those are pretty easy to spot, but I still don't have sushi either. So missing those 2 food items means I probably need to go and do another 7-minute city, which is just fine, because that gives me a lot more chances at getting an event that I need. Actually, I think I did get everything. So this time the stadium... This is not needed, so I don't need that one, yeah. Got 10 and 20, broke 5, got all of those. So yeah, right now I'm missing 2 food items, which is kind of bad, but also it could be okay. So I'm gonna do more stadium manipulation here to get that list of 4 filled out and hopefully get something I need. That single race showing up is pretty likely. Single races are the next most likely thing after you get rid of target flight. So yeah.
Once you get those food items you need, do you just exit out of this and be good, or do you have to wait for the full thing to end?
That's a great question. So that's actually something you could incorporate entirely in your routing, because if you're confident that the stadium games will show up, you can exit out of these, because you can't get the stadium game until you let the city finish. So if you know it's a stadium game you don't need, which you can't ever know that. you can guess, and you can have a pretty good guess, but you can't ever be sure that it's one that you don't need, because it can be wrong. You can exit out early. Or if you already have all the stadium games that you need, then yeah, you can exit out of a city early after you get the thing that you came in for, essentially. And I'll probably be doing that toward the end of the run, because hopefully I get the stadiums that I need. So in a world record pace run, I can't do more than 2 7-minute cities. I have to get every single thing that I need in those 2 7-minute cities, and then everything else needs to fall in place on top of that. So it's pretty drastic, but it's okay. Okay, so I have a rocket. That would be good if I have a slick star. I have 4 out of 8 of the vehicle combos. I'm missing wheelie bike, KO this vehicle that I'm on right now, swerve, and I'm missing both of the ones that have to do with the pink slick star. So I have to keep an eye out for those.
I noticed you don't go for the orange boxes at all.
Yeah. So each box, the blue boxes have items and food in them, the power-ups and the food in them. Green boxes have KO items, essentially, and orange boxes have abilities in them, so like copy abilities. And I don't really... Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, there's no checkboxes that are associated with hitting anything with abilities. There's just like general KO stuff. So I don't go for the orange boxes. I know what you're thinking though, right? They have legendary pieces in them sometimes. That's something that someone would point out. And those legendary piece boxes are orange. They show up at certain times of the city, so generally the first one will show up about a minute in and change, or up to 2 minutes in. And they're in set locations, so I need to keep an eye out for ones that I know will be pieces, or that have the chance to be pieces. Most of the locations, they will always be, if a box is there, it will always be a piece, because no other boxes could spawn there, and that's how you can isolate it. But sometimes they spawn in like general areas where other boxes could also spawn, so you just have to keep an eye out for that.
Also, I hope you guys are enjoying the showcase so far. If you are, make sure, if you're watching on YouTube, that is, make sure you drop a like. That definitely helps us out. But also, make sure you go check out Bluekandy over on Twitch. That's blue and then just candy, one word, but the candy is a K. So if you guys are enjoying this, he plays this and Mario Golf all the time, nearly exclusively. So if you enjoy all this stuff and enjoy the gameplay, go check him out. Great content.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, look at that slick star right there. That's brilliant. The formula's gone, of course, so now I need to find if the rocket is still here. Although I think that guy over there is about to get on it. Oh, stay away. Oh, darn it. So you can avoid...
what the hell?
You can oh my gosh, he almost take me out, dude. Get away from me.
Oh, no,
so you can avoid losing those stats if you jump on the vehicle. That's a little known fact. If you jump on the vehicle, you don't lose the stats when you get on it. So I've been trying to do that, but then I just missed the mark a little bit, so I had to deal with that. Oh, that's not a good event. Give me that. So, bouncy items is kind of blah. I'll go ahead and get off this vehicle, so I don't die on accident.
What's the best event you could ask for?
Best event is Dynablade. There are 2 checkboxes associated with Dynablade, and one of them is a purple. A purple checkbox is a free fill-in, and yes, those are allowed in this speedrun. You can use the purple checkboxes to fill in anything, so we'll be using those to our advantage. Okay, so bouncy items, again, isn't the worst thing, because it spawns new sets of items, so I can keep an eye out for things like the food items I need, like that. So that is sushi. I need 2 more of them. Actually, no, I only need 1 more, because I got one at the start from the star pool, and I hit that.
This star is ridiculously fast.
Yeah. Swerve Star is really good for movement. Wow, look at that, I actually did have Hydra. I don't need the legendary pieces, though, unless I have both. There is no checkbox for getting only one of them, and they have a short cutscene associated with them that isn't really going to help me. Well, it does actually, it just loses time. So if I don't have both of them, I don't go for the complete set.
Right. It's just not necessary for your completion.
Yeah. So one problem of going so fast here is trying to hit these guys. Yeah, so I don't need that complete set.
I'm still kind of confused on what makes the difference in like the hour difference of if you get good RNG or not, because you're kind of doing a checkbox of 120 things. So what would make a huge disparity in it?
So mainly it's the fact that you cannot finish the run if you don't get the stadiums that you need, because those have checkboxes locked behind them, and some of them have more stadiums locked behind them when you get the checkboxes associated with them.
So if you're just getting really unlucky with you just don't get the stadiums.
Yep. If those stadiums don't show up, then you can't really finish the run without. So the fact that I just see that prediction right there confirms to me that oh my gosh, really? Dang it. That sucks.
No.
Yeah, vehicles can fly away randomly, so yeah, I got trolled there. Game loves to troll, by the way. So yeah, if I get bad stadiums, then that's not useful to me, and I can't finish the run. However, I mean, I'm doing everything else here that's good, and the stadiums will start coming in spades much more quickly when I'm doing 3-minute cities, because we'll be finishing all of those.
So it's probably difficult to get people interested in this category, considering you need to have 4 controllers, and then there's the large RNG aspect. But luckily, this game's really fun. So as long as you focus on that.
Yeah. You could still run this with 1 controller. Oh, this is not... Well, that was a false stadium prediction, but it led into something else I didn't need. So,
have you thought about doing a different category for that?
I have. I'm gonna go ahead and do the 3-minute cities, though. Let's just go ahead and see what happens here. If we can start getting things to show up.
Doing the manipulation.
Yep. So I'm gonna start with 2 players, and the reason I do that is so that I can get a few checkboxes that are easiest to get with these 2 players. Actually, have this guy drive. Oh, I didn't. So
We've seen some big brain stuff come out here, guys.
Yeah, I have to have them both. There's a checkbox for having all players get off their vehicles at the same time, and there's about a second of leniency on that. So you do that.
No way.
Set this guy on the rail. And there's also another checkbox for hitting another opponent in the first 10 seconds. So that's another thing I was trying to do there, but they spawned really far apart, and I didn't bother having the one guy drive to the other one. Overall, you need to hit 10 star pulls, so I'm making my progress with that. You can only hit it once per city, so over time you just make your progress towards 10 star pulls, and that's a required checkbox. And then for the rest of the 3-minute cities, I have that slick there. I might get something I need off that. I'm just doing miscellaneous stuff.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to ask, what is the most annoying checkbox that you just rather avoid it?
It's really getting the stadiums to show up. I really wish that wasn't such a problem.
That figures.
So here,
I wasn't sure if there
roulette.
was like anything at 100% that you just don't really like, but yeah, I can see how it could just be the stadiums.
This copy roulette is consistent. Each copy ability lasts for 2 frames, so if you know where in the order it is that you need to get a sleep and a bomb power up from that. You can do pause buffering to unpause and select it frame perfectly, and it's about a 50-50. So, because you could either pause on the second frame of the previous ability and get the right one, or you could pause on the first frame and get the wrong one, or pause on the ability that you need but be on the wrong frame of it. So
That's really useful.
I have a Slick Star and a Formula here, which is... I think I had a Slick Star. I thought I remember having one. Where did it go? I no longer have a Slick Star. Okay, well, that soothes my worries. So that vehicle combo takes a long time to do, and for that reason, I was worried because I need to finish this city with all players on the rails. I could do that during the 4-player city too, but it's much more difficult. It's much more difficult to do that because then you have to control 4 of them on the rails, you know? So I'm trying to do all of the checkboxes that require everyone doing something at the end or at the start with only 2 players. And so I got a stadium prediction there. The farther you can fly, the better you'll do. That signifies high jump, which is a very, very crucial stadium that I need. So if that is a correct stadium prediction rather, then I will be pretty happy, because that means the run is actually doing something. So now we wait, and we get these guys on the rails at the end. Hopefully it's high jump, cross fingers. Nice.
Hey, there we go.
Very good. So high jump is the hardest one to do from the stadium mode, but I will attempt to do that. I'll show off how to do it without power-ups. So now we will go to 4 players, and we only need to do this stadium manipulation until we get Air Glider, because the rest of them I can select Drag Race and then just try to go for a drag race that I know I'm missing. Or I can select Destruction Derby, and those will be the last ones that I need. So now I have to get all of these guys into a specific spot as fast as I can.
What the heck?
So I'm gonna direct them over here to the water wheel because we need to go in the water wheel 10 times. So that combos with having them all in a specific place that I can easily access them at.
This is insane. The fact that you're playing on 4 at once.
Yeah. So I have them there. And
you're picking up boosts.
Yeah.
Or do you only care about player 1 boosts?
Right now I only care about player 1. I don't care what they get, because I'm just going to be taking them out with specific items if I can find them. But you'll actually see me control all 4 of them, or yeah, up to 3 of them in, actually yeah, I'll control all 4 of them in some of the stadium games later on. So yeah, some of the stadiums also benefit from having multiple players. So I want these guys' HP to be at a certain point. If I can find one of these items, it makes it really easy to KO them with. So I'm looking for the sensor bomb, which it's right there, but I'm on the wrong vehicle to do this with, so hopefully I can make this work. Okay. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this right. Hopefully this works. He just goes so high. Alright, come back.
Oh no!
You can't press A while holding this, or you'll plant it where it is. So I want to bring it to these guys, obviously. There you go. So now, with that done, all 3, I have the Sensor Bomb KO checkbox now, and that also spawned in 3 new vehicles that I can look out for and see if there's one that I need. Because I need...
So it was that one right there that you just passed? Or are those just ones that normally spawn?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Like there's like a certain number that can spawn in the map.
Yeah, it's variable, so one city could have like 10 of them at once, or some of them can have like only 3 at once, so... But
Gotcha.
the benefit is you will always spawn in new ones when you destroy previous ones. And I don't see one that I need, unfortunately. I only need a few more
Dang.
combos. I'm only 2 off, so... Also, I have 2 energy drinks. Could I get... I might be able to just snatch a 3rd one right here and not worry about that checkbox. Just give me good RNG, please. These caves
So
are
you'll
RNG.
most likely be fine on combinations then, right? Because you don't
Yeah,
have too much
I
more
only
to
need
go.
2 more. Yeah, so with all the stadiums I have yet to unlock, I have to do that many more cities, so chances are good I'll find what I need there. But yeah, in world record pace runs, the vehicle combinations can be really scary, because they can be, you know, the deciding factor whether or not the run finishes or not. So yeah, there's a checkbox for ending off everyone off vehicle too, so just get that one real quick. And we got Destruction Derby 2. That's nice, but it's not the best thing I could get. It's one of them I need, so we've got 2 out of 6 of them that I need total. We really, really need Air Glider. Once we get Air Glider, this run should be able to finish. It's just a matter of getting the right drag races, which are a 2/3 and then a 1/3 chance. These guys go in the right direction. Now we're gonna KO him with a Gordo item, if I can find it. Make sure that guy doesn't fly off.
This is such a unique racing game, just like
Yeah.
physics-wise and just the way the maps work. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this game really holds up. I wonder if they'd ever make another like on the Switch, or at least just bring it on the Switch.
Mm-hmm. It's tough to know, really, because I mean, you could you could really mess this game up if you tried to remake it, because it's got that perfect nostalgia factor attributed to it for so many of us. Yeah.
Ideally, they would just give it the All Stars treatment, just get it widescreen. That would be nice.
I'd be interested in it. I would certainly take a look at it.
I'm just
so
saying,
at
like, just having that widescreen, you'd be able to see stuff so much easier.
That's true, yeah. 16:9 on this. It would be very unique. Alright, this guy low HP, so I'll just do a casual. There's the Gordos. I almost drove right by them, except I messed it up. I got greedy and I didn't want to throw one. You get 3 total, so I could have just thrown it right there, but instead I ran into the bomb, which caused me to drop them. Now I have to find another, which I'm not worried about. However, that wheelie bike being there means I should do the combo while I'm thinking about it, because otherwise I'm probably not going to find it again. The benefit of doing this in a marathon run is that I have so much more time to... Geez, I almost fell off there. This is no fair. That could be actually really good if I get a specific item. What the heck? That's not what I'm looking for. Let me see here. Boost. I don't need boost. This is actually not good, now that I think about it, because I can't open green boxes. They'll all be boost, and I need to find a Gordo. But again, it doesn't really matter. I just need the stadiums to show up, so however many cities I need to do to make sure I get those. Oh, there we go. Alright, drive. Also, if I found the last Dragoon piece in good time, I could actually do the only glitch in this run that's beneficial. I can fly underneath the map, flip out and fly underneath the map by the volcano, and I can clip into the secret chamber and get the checkbox for that without having the event actually show up. So it gets rid of RNG in that way. It's a pretty cool trick, and it's really substantial if you can get it, but it's definitely not easy.
So at this point, would you just only be doing 3-minute city trials to try and get the stadium unlocked?
Yeah. So, as it stands right now, I'm missing 2 food items. That's another bad stadium, unfortunately. As it stands, I'm missing 2 food items, and I have 1 event giving me a checkbox back towards completing it. So I'm actually 2 checkboxes short right now. And I actually don't need 4 players anymore. Yeah, I can go ahead and get rid of these guys. I'm done with the 4 players in the city. If I were doing a 100% city trial run, then I would actually use them to, well, I mean, I could keep them in just to cycle vehicles, but I only need 1 more vehicle combo as well. But yeah, as this run stands, I need 2 more bonus checkboxes in some manner, because I'm missing food items, and those are required in this run. I need to get the food items. Also, I think I forgot to hit the star pole last time, but that's not a problem, because we can just hit the star pole, exit out, come back in, hit it again, just to finish that checkbox if needed. But it won't be needed in this run, because I'm doing way more cities than the world record would do.
How many checkboxes are needed again?
100. 100 total checkboxes. That will unlock the credits, which is the definition of any percent run.
Yep.
So yeah, that's it. The last thing I need to do that's just stationary in the city so that it's always there, it's always an objective, is hit all these rocks I'm currently doing. There's a checkbox for hitting all of these rocks and also the volcanoes together. So that's kind of the last thing I do in wrapping up these 3-minute cities while I'm doing everything else. So once I do this, it's really going to be hoping that I get the stadiums remaining that I need, and also I'm going to have to go back to 7-minute cities once I get Air Glider, probably, or once I only need 1 more stadium game, because I don't have events that are making up for missing out on the 2 food items that I am missing still. And if I had those events, I could finish the run, but yeah, the way the route works is I need to get everything that I could possibly get normally in the cities, and then you need additional random events that show up. And only some of them have checkboxes associated with them, so you need a couple of those specific events to get the last few checkboxes that you need to finish the run. So I'm also missing that last vehicle combo, but with all the time that I have while I'm waiting for these things to show up, I'm not concerned with it. However, I find this 3rd dragoon piece. I might be able to clip out in time, let me see. To find it though. And now I can't see. I know where the 3rd
making it easy for you.
Yeah, I know where the 3rd piece is, so as soon as I can find this other one. Alright, now it's impossible, probably. I need about 30
25 seconds. Plenty of time.
I don't even know where it is. It's just not anywhere. Ah, of course.
Oh boy.
Yep, that's okay. Well, I'll try it again in the future, because the last one's under there. You have to go under the volcano and all the way around, so it would take me too much time.
Yep.
Alright, so we're hoping for stadium games now. Also, I forgot to do volcano. I think I forgot to do volcano rock, so I'll probably have to go and do that again.
I love gambling in my speed games.
So I have 4 separate single races, right? Well, that's not good. Whenever I get a stadium that I don't need, I say it's a missed stadium, essentially. The world record misses no stadiums. It gets all of them that I need. Back to back to back to back to back. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what the world record needs. I think it's still possible to world record with 1 missed stadium, but you literally can't have any more than that. So yeah, it's very, very hard to get world record in this.
Do you know at all what the odds are? I guess not like such long distance math, but
I've done some rough calculations based on, we know the likelihood of each stadium to show up. That came with finding that stadium manipulation list that we can keep track of. So I've done some rough calculations, and getting them all back to back is really less than 2%. So you could do 50 good runs that are perfect in every other way. Have so many bonus checkboxes, and you know they've got all the good events like Dynablade and getting Tack to show up in a pillar, and all of these different events that are random but contribute checkboxes to the run. You could get all those to show up, but it's not gonna matter if you don't get the stadiums. It just doesn't finish.
Do you think you can miss one stadium and still be able to get world record?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you can only miss one.
That's good.
In fact, the world record does, like, it goes back into the cities after the stadiums to finish a few more things that I couldn't get done because of all the stadiums just came too fast. You know, I was like, you can theoretically do everything in only those 6 cities, but it's very rough. It's very hard to actually get everything done, so I re-entered the cities afterward. And because of that, you know, I exited them in the middle. Exited. Gosh, that's hard to say.
Yeah, it's a weird word.
But it's not that much time difference in just finishing another city just to get that last stadium you needed. Alright, we're at 2 sushis now. Hopefully I can get one more. It's pretty critical, I would say, to get those food items, because
you never know when you will or won't get them.
Yeah, while we're waiting for the stadiums to show up, it's quite possible that I could just not see any more useful events that will give me checkboxes to make up to 100 total. So we're really hoping that something useful shows up. But now I have the rocks done, so I'm literally just looking for Formula Star.
As far as how this run's been going, without knowing a lot, I would assume that's pretty unlikely since we really haven't gotten many stadiums. Or I don't think have you gotten any?
I have, yeah. I've gotten high jump and destruction derby.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if those were back stadiums.
Yeah. Those 2 are ones that I needed to show up. And actually, I just pulled that 3rd sushi out of a box right there, which was super clutch. So we're done with sushi, and we literally, you know, if we do, well, there's a 4th one. Why not? Right? We're done with that. Yeah, I'm feasting right now. Cross air glider.
I think we're literally about to get sushi right after this.
That's huge. This is like the best possible thing that could happen. Yeah. Now this run can finish. We are on a completable run. Yeah. So I'm actually gonna do 5-minute cities.
Okay.
And drag race I have selected because you can actually select drag race. You don't need to use the shuffle feature. So the reason I was hoping for the air glider is because you can only get that from shuffle. But what happens is after you get that and high jump, those are the ones you can only get from shuffle, you can actually select categories of other stadiums to get. And those will give you just like divided chances at getting that stadium. So right now I have drag race, and I don't need drag race 1, but I do need 2 and 3. So instead of using the shuffle feature to get that, which includes everything else, I'll just put it straight on drag race, and we have a 2/3 chance first, and then a 1/3 chance to get the last one that we need. So those are the
we're
only
looking
2.
good now.
Yeah, those are the only 2 stadiums that I need left to be able to complete this run. So I decided, because I still need energy drinks to show up, and then I can actually finish the run. Because I need energy drinks to show up, I can do longer cities in hopes that I see more of them and that I'm going faster. And then I can complete that checkbox. And also at the same time, I still need one of the vehicle combos. For some reason, I still haven't gotten it yet. And these longer cities, despite giving us bad events, also have the opportunity to give us another event that would give me a checkbox and soothe my worries about being able to finish the run.
I was going to ask, if you don't see any energy drinks pop up, would it be worth it to reset this? But there's probably enough checkboxes to clear that might not be the case.
Yeah. And then if this is Dragoon, nice, okay. I could actually finish this run without needing the energy drinks, which is good. As long as I get the clip out and the glitch, I can actually do it because I have the right legendary vehicle for it. And also, if both legendary vehicles decided to show up in the same city, I could get a checkbox from that. So yeah, you can tell, you can kind of get a grasp at the fact that there's just so much give and take in this run, and you kind of just work with what you're given and hope that it's enough overall. Yeah,
so far you haven't really used anything that would be classified as a glitch, right?
Nope, no glitches so far.
Just exploits.
Yeah, pretty much just doing optimal things.
Like there's the manipulations, there's the pause buffering, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Oh, there's the slick. Nice. That's really good. And it's low HP too. Oh, and there's another formula in case one of them flies away. Well, it's just giving me it on a silver platter now, basically. So this is the last vehicle combo I need to do.
Let's go.
So we're done with vehicle combos now, which is pretty good. And
We got 2 minutes left on the clock. What
with
can we
that-
accomplish in this time?
what I'm going for now is strictly, I'm done with everything related to KOs and CPUs, so I just ignored them. What I'm going for now is strictly finding either energy drinks or getting these dragoon pieces so I can do the secret chamber glitch here. If I could just find
Have you gotten
box
any
there.
energy drinks yet? I wasn't paying attention.
Not in this city, no. I have to get 3 of them, but they all need to be in the same city. That's the bad prerequisite. Okay, they're all over here.
So at this point, it's probably just dragoon pieces.
Yeah, dragoon pieces are my best bet. Oh, box. Oh my gosh, alright, I can't find the last one yet. It should be spawned in, like, right now. The last piece should be here somewhere, so I'm looking all around for it. Make sure it's not in the volcano.
Come on. I mean, we got time. Not
Yeah,
stress.
There's enough time, I'm not stressed yet about it. I really only need about 45 seconds to do it, so... Oh, there it is. Spawned in right in front of me.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay, let me just... let me just pop my
Imagine
head.
that was a buzzer beater.
Yeah. Alright, so
we're good.
this is cool. I've never done this glitch in a marathon, I think. So let me see if I can pull it off. My stats should be fine. I've done this while going much faster. It makes
I
it
think I
harder.
saw you do this in practice.
Yeah, that was in free run though, so you have a set amount of stats and therefore you know how to do it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fly into this part, which you can't normally get to, and then I'm going to fly into the corner here and clip out.
Oh my gosh.
And then I have to make sure that I fly in the secret chamber, which we did. Nice.
Oh.
So I'm stuck in here now, but yeah.
Soft block percent. Let's.
I could pause and exit, but we don't want to do that just in case we get a drag
No,
race
no,
that we
no.
need. So with this, I can actually finish the run now because this will give me this will give me a checkbox for an event that did not happen, which is awesome. For some reason, the checkbox just it checks if you're on this floor right here, and you can't get into this floor without these walls opening from the outside, so you can kind of see the outside, but not really.
Oh, so that like, it wasn't just for show. You just
Yeah,
that was also
it's
for an unlock.
Yeah, this is necessary. This is the only useful glitch. Oh, we got Drag Race 1, of course. The only one I don't need. We need 2 and 3. But now with that glitch, and also 500 items, that helps. So yeah, we can definitely finish this run now, so I'll set it back to 3 minutes. And we'll kind of just cruise around.
We need some energy drinks.
Yeah, we could use some energy drinks. That would be helpful.
Maybe some Red Bull, some Monster can start spawning in.
I started calling them... I wanted to call them G Fuels, but I started calling them G Sups because there's a knockoff G Fuel brand that's called G Sups, and I thought it's absolutely hilarious. So I just call them G Sups. Like, give me the G Sups, dude. I think G Sups is okay if you want to try it. I'm not sponsored by them, but hey, hit me up, right? So yeah, now we're kind of just cruising around. We don't really have too much to do except go for energy drinks, so we could show off some cool stuff. This is how this run goes. Like, we literally just need the drag races to show up, and then we can finish the run. So I can do some cool tech like wheelie scooter spins there. Wheelie scooter is a really cool vehicle, but not useful at all except to break in City Trial. It's just one of the ones we break. It doesn't really show up otherwise. But yeah, this run's finishable. We just gotta cross our fingers for drag races to show up.
Yep.
I'm bad at this. That's a tech you do in air ride speedruns, which is not my forte, but I do all 3 modes in this. I do 100% speedruns, which is you 100% all 3 checklists associated with all 3 modes. So instead of just any percent, it's City Trial 100%, which takes about 2.5 hours compared to just 1, optimally at least. And then you do that for also Top Ride and Air Ride. So all 3 of them you have to complete, and that speedrun total is 4.5 hours in a good run. But City Trial 100%, let me just tell you right now, it could be either 2.5 hours or it could be 6 hours. So it's a it's even worse than this is in terms of requiring good luck. But once it does happen, it's very satisfying. So I'd recommend checking that run out if you have any interest in it. It's one of my favorite runs, actually. I want to do more of it, but I don't have much time until Mario Golf Super Rush comes out.
Not much.
Yeah, not much.
Yeah, sometime.
So yeah, the other thing that could happen here while we're just moseying around hoping for, well, we could get G-subs, there it is.
Okay, it's only one though, right?
Yeah, and we have 30 seconds, so you can see how rare these things are, right? They're not showing up at all.
I wasn't sure the likelihood of getting them in 3 minutes was.
Yeah, you typically don't get, I mean, I didn't get them in 7 minutes, right, while I was going around the entire city in laps, so it's pretty rare to get them in 3. And we do pop off when it happens, like that sushi that I got. The sushi has the same rarity.
Sick.
Yeah, it has the same rarity as it, so kind of just messing around. You don't need to do anything else, surprisingly.
Alright, we want Drag Race 3, correct?
Drag Race 2 or 3. We need
Okay.
both of them, unfortunately, so we have to keep going until it shows up. Alright, there's one.
Alright.
So,
Hype.
we just need Drag Race 3. We're hopeful. Alright, we're done with the star poll. Okay. Cross fingers that was Drag Race 3. There is a specific stadium prediction for it. So, if it shows me a prediction, the dude's saying stuff, I can tell whether or not it'll be Drag Race 3, so we'll take a look. And I'm gonna just clean up here and make sure I didn't forget any silly things. There's a hot dog. Why not? Why not gorge? There is a checkbox for riding this water wheel 10 times, and I normally get that with the 4 players, and I think I did, so...
Oh, wait, does
Yeah.
it count for each player?
Yeah,
Individually?
every player that goes on it, it counts toward it, so...
And you would completely miss that if you had CPUs playing.
Yep. And that's just another benefit of having the 4 players, is that you can count up towards 10 total. Because, yeah, it's really hard to keep track of the fact that some of these checkboxes that I'm unlocking are, you have to do them in one city, or there's a counter that is for overall across all cities. It does get really confusing in that way. Blech. Just crap. So yeah, just need Drag Race 3. You heard nothing. It's Kirby, right? That's cute. Voice cracks are supposed to be cute, right? This is in theme. So yeah, if you don't know,
I saw a comment in chat earlier that was just like, Kirby sponsored by Manscaped. Like, yeah, he shaves.
Yeah. No, he's got a 5 o'clock shadow after this. Alright, we see a vast universe. That's for Nebula Belt, which is nothing to do with drag races, so that's an incorrect stadium, Fred. So I have no idea which drag race we have, so if you want to place your bets in chat, you can do that. Unfortunately, you can't do a prediction. We could if it was like 1 and 2 or 3, but it has to be either one. But we have a minute. Prediction real quick. Yep, incorrect Freds are pretty rare, so it's interesting to see that. Although we've already had 2. Alright, hot dogs.
So apparently not too rare.
Yeah, it's roughly 10%, so... Dude is just not having a good day, I think. Whoever's writing those.
I wonder what happens internally that causes that to happen.
I don't know. It's just random. That's it.
Or is the game just really trying to mess with you?
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in now, and you've missed the startup of this run, I've done all sorts of things like breaking all these rocks in the city, breaking all these trees in the city, hitting different vehicles with certain vehicles like that one, but I've already done that, so I don't need to do it again. We've flown through the rings here, we've hit this star pole a certain amount of times, we've KO'd the CPUs, we've KO'd them with certain items, and we've gone through this copy ability checker down here and gotten certain copy abilities. We've collected enough items of each type, we've collected food items of each type, we've had certain random events spawn in. Yep. Drag Race 3. Come on. We've done all that. Oh, what? Yeah, so there's no list. There's no list for these drag races. Once you've only got... it's only for the shuffle feature, so this is just literally a straight 1 and 3. We're gambling 1 and 3 odds, and we just kind of have to keep doing it. So whether or not we can have a marathon-friendly run is... You know, it's up to the game.
Yeah.
But the cool part is we get to keep just driving around the city. Actually, let me show you a glitch. And just have some fun while we're here.
Okay.
A couple of glitches. This is not useful to the run, but if you jump just right on this this side here, you can kind of just fall down.
What the heck?
Let me see if I can get a really good one.
It's like a physics exploit, like speed glitch type thing, or?
Yeah, it's just like the way Kirby falls. Like he doesn't ever. Why can't I get it good? What the heck? You can actually just keep going. Maybe it's the other side. I can't actually remember. It's just the way. Oh, there we go.
Oh!
So yeah, and if he gets hit by something, he can start breakdancing too. So yeah, we can kind of just move him around down here. But yeah, there's literally nothing else to do right now, except get whatever this is. Oh, City Lighthouse! I ruined my glitch for that. This is useless. But yeah, that's.
I'm not sure what you're referring to at this point.
It says the event text is at the bottom, so the City Lighthouse turned on. You can see it over there. That's it. Yeah, so pretty much that's all that can happen now is we can get events that show up, or we can get free energy drinks. That guy is rude.
True, we could. Yeah, minute 17 to find 3
energy drinks.
Energy drinks.
What I can do is go to the caves. The volcano caves have random items in them, and typically that's one of the faster ways to get items to show up. So we kind of just pray to the caves. And it's quite possible I could actually still beat my marathon PB. I've done one run of this in a marathon, and it was 1 hour and 18 minutes. It was not great luck, and that speaks to the difference in times on the leaderboard. You know, you have a 47-minute one, which is the world record that I've done. And then Shiro Kirby is my main competitor. He's done hundreds of runs of this and has ended up with a 51. And then after that, it's people that are just missing. Like, they do fewer runs, so they have a run that finishes with only a couple of stadiums missing, or, you know, they're missing something and they have to keep grinding for it, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So that's just kind of how it is. Eventually, when you do enough runs, you will bridge that gap, but it takes a while to get the right one to show up. And then you have to know what to do with it. You know, you can get all this great stuff showing up, but if you don't know what to do with it, well, you're gonna waste some good luck.
All right, come on, come on.
3. Oh, come on, man. This is annoying. But yep, that's what the speedrun is. And that's probably why GDQ doesn't accept it. But eventually...
Yeah, I love it when you submit it like, well, it could be 50 minutes.
I give them 1 hour and a half.
You know?
Once I get out of these cities and I can do the stadiums, they take about 13 minutes. So that's when the run will end, essentially, is after those 13 minutes. And then I do a couple of checkboxes related to the free run mode. I only do one that's really quick in free run mode, but in 100%, there's checkboxes for staying in free run for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and 2 hours. So, but fortunately, if you have 4 players, that time gets divided by 4. So in 100%, we attempt to get everything so that we can skip the 2-hour checkbox, which takes 30 minutes. And then we only have to spend 7.5 minutes.
That's big brain.
Yeah. So that's a 22.5 minute time save.
That's fascinating that the game works like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't just turn this into a 100% city trial run because the routing is different between any percent and 100%. So right now in 100%, I would have all 4 players. Once I was done with CPUs, that guy tried to take me out through the ground. What the heck? Once I was done with the CPUs, I would have all 4 players constantly grinding the rails the entire time to build up distance, because there's checkboxes related to total distance travel that we need to hit in that speedrun. So yeah, the routing is completely different, and I would have a terrible 100% run if I tried to do it after this. Even though we have 5/6 of the checkboxes done already, we wouldn't be able to finish it in due time.
Yo, so where are these G-subs at?
I know, right? Like, it'd be great if I found one, but I actually don't need one, so they can take it. I don't care. So yeah. 1 more minute till we get to try again on the roulette. It's just a 1 in 3,
God.
man. I swear. It's just 1 in 3. There's nothing else to it. And it won't even give me a stadium prediction to, like, tell me. You know, we had the one, but it was incorrect. Alright, we can chill up here for a while. Nice.
If we all focus our energy at the same time, somewhat like, you know, form in a spirit bomb, I'm sure that, you know, all of our desire will create the correct outcome. It makes sense. So just guys,
Yep.
you really gotta want it. It's really on you, okay?
It is on you.
If you don't see Drag Race, what is it? We need 3 still.
Yep, 3.
If you don't see Drag Race 3, you're not trying hard enough.
You need to manifest your energy here. Here, he's
Oh my
wearing
god, nice hat.
Yeah, he's wearing a nice hat. I've never done that before. He looks so
I'm
stylish.
sorry, I don't want it. That's the energy that's gonna make this a Drag Race 1.
Right? Oh, you
no!
dick, you ruined it.
See what you did!
Unbelievable. Yep, we're stuck here in an infinite loop. It's still possible to beat my 1:18 marathon time, though. Believe it or not. But it has to happen this time.
Come on.
Pour all of your
Has to
energy in.
happen.
All of your energy in.
The cosmic rays are off, guys. The
I
vibe
wanna
wasn't
see
good.
The other thing that could happen, I could skip it if Dynablade shows up. Then I might have enough checkboxes to finish the run without Drag Race 3. But I want to show off the Drag Race 3
spawn
strat.
sucked
Yeah,
for,
I know.
We
I
don't
wanna
have a lot
show
of
it
wiggle
off.
room here.
Yeah, we don't. I don't even know actually if I could finish it. I think I could, but I might be one short if I skipped Drag Race 3 with Dynablade's purple checkbox.
If you took
That's-
Dragoon, it would have been Drag Race 3.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure it was that one little difference. Actually, it's decided the moment you enter the city, so no matter what I did in the city, it would still be Drag Race 1.
Well, don't tell them that. Let them.
Oh, yeah,
Let them believe.
I gotta keep the illusion. Dude, whoa, I'm playing Don't Touch the Ground challenge. That's kinda cool.
Oh.
I'm playing with...
Oh my gosh.
I know, you can do so much
Not
stuff.
jarring at all.
Yeah. You can do so much stuff with the boxes and... Oh, alright, time to look for more. Maybe. Can we round this up with some G-subs? G-Fuel also? I'll call it G-Fuel if they want to sponsor me. I'm open. Open for sponsorships.
Bluekandy is looking for sponsorships.
You get your product sponsored so much. That's so much screen time, man. You can't want more than that.
Well, currently, not really.
Yeah, if they don't show up, then yeah, there's an
Yeah,
issue there.
we're not
but
getting a drop.
I promise, on other runs, there's just energy drinks, you know, more than I can do with. I would die if I drink them all. So yeah, that's. For some reason, sometimes they just don't show up, but we're scouting for them right now. I don't see any. That's a sushi. Baiting me. It's kind of fun, like, this run is really, really intense when everything is just working out and going back to back. But when you see this part of it in a marathon, because it's a single solution where I just need one more thing and we're kind of just waiting for it to happen, yeah, then I understand it can be a little bit like, what's going on right now?
I still think it's fun. I mean, I'm a person
Yeah.
that plays games with a lot of RNG, and I actually prefer those games.
I do
because
too,
It
yeah.
feels like a new game every single time I play it.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite genre of speedrun game. It's like Minecraft almost, or a randomizer, because you're just dealing with this, you know, set pattern of RNG almost that you have to react to and optimize your route literally on the spot around it. Oh, he's real happy.
Alright.
Come
on,
on,
baby.
now. Don't do me like this. Unbelievable. What is going on?
Oh, wow.
Alright, well, I'll give it another shot. And then how about this? We'll do all of the stadium games. I'll have a cutoff of 1:30, right? How about that? I mean, we could try to opt to finish this.
I'm down for doing all the stadium games, and then we'll, like,
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm not gonna stay in the cities till 1:30. We'll do like 2 more cities, and then we'll come back and see if we can get that last one to show up. And the problem with Drag Race 3 is that Drag Race 3 unlocks Drag Race 4, which has 4 more checkboxes. So Drag Race 3 has 4 checkboxes, and Drag Race 4 has 4 as well. So there's literally 8 checkboxes riding on getting this thing to show up, and it's a straight up 1 and 3 right now that we just cannot seem to satisfy. So this is like one of those
SMH my head.
bad casino days right now.
Yep.
But, you know, I mean, we could always get something interesting that could happen in these cities in the meantime. I've literally only seen TAC show up, and then also I did the secret chamber glitch to get that checkbox from underneath the city. Other things that could show up are, we could get a restoration area to show up, and if we use it completely, that's a checkbox. We could get a pillar to show up, and if we break it in 40 seconds, that's a checkbox. It's pretty easy to do. And we can also get Dynablade to show up. That would be 2 checkboxes if I get stomped by her when she lands, and then I also do damage to her head. So all of those are
Yeah,
events
I was
that-
gonna ask about Dynablade because I don't think I've actually seen it in my like playthroughs of this game. I probably only have about like 10 hours in this game, let's
Yeah.
say. So
They're not super rare. I'll give you a rundown of how the events work. So they can start spawning in 55 seconds into a city. So at 55 seconds in from when you load in, you can have an event show up. And then when you get that event, it could be nothing 8% of the time or something else 92% of the time, divvied up in likelihood between all the different events that are possible. And when that event is pulled, if it's nothing or whatever it is, the timer then resets to 125 seconds before another one can spawn. So it can reset the timer between 55 to 125 is what I mean. So we could get an event and then have another one a minute later, or not have another one until like 2.5 minutes later or something like that. And that's kind of how all of these cities function. That's happening in the back end while I'm riding around, and everything that I do in the city influences what event that would be up until the point it happens.
somebody in
So-
chat said show off the secret flowers.
The secret flowers, yeah, I could do that.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, about 13 seconds left.
Here's one of them. And I don't think I have enough
So
glide.
secretive.
Might have just
Oh my
barely enough
gosh.
glide. There it is. There's the
Oh my gosh.
2 secret flowers are in City Trial, just little Easter
Come
eggs.
on, baby.
What?
No.
Alright. This is so dire. Alright, one more try at it. Come on. Drag
Okay,
Race
he's a
3.
gambling man.
Yeah, do a
Respect
prediction
it.
right now. Prediction in
Do the prediction.
in chat. Drag Race 1 and 2, or will it be Drag Race 3
Um,
finally? Will you gamble?
Make sure you only make it.
2 minutes or 1 minute, yeah. Prediction in chat. Well, can we finally frickin' do this? This is for Twitch chat, by the way. I don't know if YouTube has a feature similar to it yet.
All right, he's making one. Guys, if you want to make your predictions, go over to Twitch chat.
Yep.
Type it out real quick. Yay or nay? So,
Yay or nay?
Yay being we get
Drag Race 3.
Drag Race 3. Nay means we get anything else.
It's a 2/3 chance to get anything else. Drag Race 3 is 1 and 3, so use those as your gambling odds.
So it's like, are you a believer?
Are you a believer? 1 and 3. Oh, I saw
Alright, make it
G-subs.
on. Okay, it's 2 minutes. All right.
Yeah, go for it. Perfectly, 2 minutes left on the clock too. There's a little bit of downtime. So
I would like it if YouTube live streaming implemented something like that. It's like they're a bit behind the curve when it comes to stuff. They only focused on the monetization aspect weirdly. I don't know what the deal is with that.
They'll probably catch on to it if they realize that, or they're shown that's bringing revenue in.
YouTube's like, okay, listen, we got this thing. It's called Super Chat, where you can donate to your streamers, but wait for it. Hold up, we get 30%, huh? Huh? Any takers? Pretty sick, huh? It's like donating normally, but
Yeah, we started off with about 80% believers. We're down to about 64 now. So
Oh, believers.
yeah, get your get your predictions. They're going with the 1 in 3 chance, even though if they want to farm out some points, they could just say nay. But Yeah, we're about 69%, 31%. We went to 73%, 27%. So let's see it. We got a good amount of points in here. So if you win any points, be sure to redeem some of the rewards in the channel.
Mm-hmm. Heck, even I could do it right now.
Yeah,
I don't want.
You can make him do some push-ups.
I don't want to do push-ups. All right.
Got about 30 seconds left until this thing shows up. And then, if it doesn't show up, I will show off all of the strategies in the stadium games we have unlocked. You need to see these. These are really cool strategies. I think the stadium is honestly the best part of the run.
Everyone's voting no.
I hope
But Alan, but Bluekandy, it's been Drag Race 1 and 2 so much, so it has to it has to be.
Yeah.
Come on, it's strictly logic I'm working with here. Come on,
Let's see it.
Come on, baby. No way. Come on.
Dude.
The upset. Oh no.
Well, let's do some stadium games in the meantime, then,
Yeah.
shall we? Let me show you. This is the hardest one, in my opinion.
Oh no.
I gotta tap
guys.
player 2 to the right. Okay. Messing with my controllers here, trying to get this to work.
What are you trying to? I guess you can wait till after. You need
Yeah.
to.
This is a very tight race with all of these vehicles needing to finish in under a set amount of time. There we go. First try on that. So
Sick.
Wagon Star on the pink guy had to finish in under 27 seconds, and he did 25. And the Wing Star has to be under 29, right there. And then Rocket has to finish in under 20, and I have to control all of them at the same time, and there's a few things that I need to do at the start and in the middle. So this is a glitch. Actually, I forgot about this. This is more like an exploit, but you can just fly infinitely with Bulk Star here. Just keep
What
mashing
the
A.
heck is going on?
So yeah, we need to do this to stay in the air for 30 seconds. And luckily, this makes it really easy to do that. This is using speedrun. We need to go 1,300 feet total and stay in the air for 30 seconds.
It is straight up twerking on the screen right now.
It is. You don't even have to do it that fast, but you can go super fast with it. Yeah, that's about there. Anyone born in 1959? Here's your year. So that's air glider done. Now we'll do target flight, which is really difficult as well. So I put player 1 on swerve, and player 2 back on bulk. And I'm gonna have swerve bonk into the wall while spinning. And that means he can go fast enough to hit this 100-point cycle consistently.
Boom.
And then I switch over to Bulk Star here because we need to be airborne for 15 seconds total. And then we also need to have 90 total points on another player.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll get airborne 15 seconds and also land on that 40 point. Like that. Okay, so we're
Okay.
airborne. That's half of the way to 90 points. There's only one way you can get 90 points, and it's to land on that 40, and then the 50 point thing on the board in red here. So we go ahead and knock out everything that we need in target flight in one go.
Somebody's asking in chat, how are you doing that with the going up and down?
Oh, that's just mashing A. You just have to mash
Okay.
A. And in this one, you don't have to do it super fast because you'll end up going too high, so you need to find a rhythm that allows you to fly perfectly in there, because otherwise you'll hit the ceiling and you'll fall down. Alright, this one is pretty hard to do without power-ups from a city, but if you do wheelie scooter and hit 2 dash panels just right like that, you can get over 1,000 feet. And that's the easier way to do it. The other way is to do a spin dash against the wall. But that's pretty difficult. And then you also need to fly for 10 total seconds, which we use Wing Star to do. So that's high jump in one go. And then we just exit out
Sick.
because we've done it all. So yeah, high jump done.
You're gonna
And
need
that
all
unlocks
these
Dragoon.
checkpoints, or just all the check boxes.
Yep. In Kirby Melee,
It's so satisfying.
we need 50 and 75 total KOs, and then we can just go ahead and exit out, because those checkboxes will count as soon as we get them. So the fastest way to do this is to use the plasma power-up, and just kind of farm all of the enemies. And of course, I didn't get it faster. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is terrible. But the second fastest one is Sword, but I like Plasma a lot more. And any IL world records that get like over 200 KOs in 1 minute use the Plasma. And we just kind of repeat Plasma and hope that it keeps spawning. Of course, I'm getting terrible RNG. That's the theme of this, right?
Yeah. And there you go.
So 50 and 75. 75 unlocks Kirby Melee 2. So we just go right back in. Then we need 30 and 40 KOs total here. And we do this by going up to the top platform. Up here. And we farm these mushroom dudes. And rarely a mic enemy can spawn up here, which will get me to 40 total. There it is. Wow. That's pretty good luck right there. And we just exit out of there, and we're done with Kirby Melee. And now, the strategy in Destruction Derby is to use all 4 controllers. And we're gonna have them all run into the same wall here. And then when they're running into the same wall in Compact Star, we can farm KOs like that. And so what this allows me to do is to do all of the miscellaneous tasks that I need to do in Destruction Derby, while also farming KOs. So we farm KOs on Destruction Derby 1, because there's a checkbox to hit break both of these rocks in the center. And then there's also, that checkbox does not happen unless you finish out the mode entirely. We have a runaway. Oh god, we have 2 runaways. Oh, that's not even the right dude. So, because we have to wait for this checkbox anyways, what we do is we just farm up KOs here. And across all Destruction Derbies that finish, I need 50 total KOs. Also, some of these power-ups are really annoying if I accidentally get them. God, this is terrible. What the heck is going on here? Usually I look to have a decent amount here, but I currently don't have a lot, so I'm hopeful that I don't have to keep dealing with this. I haven't done this in a while, so I guess it could be a little bit difficult. As long as I have 25 here, I should be good to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and KO these guys.
And
that's fine. 26 for good measure. And we have to press start on all 4 of these. So yeah, we have to let this one finish in order to get that rock checkbox there to count. And then we go to Destruction Derby 2. And this one takes the longest to set up out of the remaining 3. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and finish the 50 total KOs checkbox here. And that'll be another essential checkbox that I have to get during this run. So yeah, we just go ahead and put these guys into the corner. The colors are actually switched on player 2 and 3 compared to what I'm used to. So at one point I accidentally pressed X or Y. So that actually messes with my memory in this game. If I switch the colors for some of these guys, because I literally just look at the color of the Kirby and that's how I know which player I'm controlling. I don't even know like which controller in front of me is which one. I kind of just grab one and go for it. So if I accidentally switch the color, I have to be mindful of that. These power-ups are just spawning in my way. So yeah, we had 26, so we need 24 total here. It's not a problem. Strat's really lenient, thankfully. And then we're going to stop KOing after that point because these KOs actually cause a little bit of lag, you can see on your screen there. So now we get to rest for 20 seconds. And this will unlock Destruction Derby 3, which will unlock Destruction Derby 4, which will unlock Destruction Derby 5. And as soon as we get the required KO counts in each of those, we'll just exit out immediately because we don't need to count up towards 150 total KOs. That's done in 100%, but it is not an optimal checkbox in this speedrun. So we'll go ahead and get 50 here. Start on that controller. Unlock 3.
Yeah, we are getting there. Close to the 100 mark.
Unfortunately, that drag race still has it still has 50, or it has 8 checkboxes locked behind it, so it's pretty essential that we get it. Alright. Oh, I don't want this. This is so much slower than just spinning. I only need 5 here, and that unlocks 4. Let me go ahead and do 4, and we need 5 and 10 here. Set them up real quick. That unlocks Destruction Derby 5, of course. Gosh, so violent from the beginning. They're actually on this blue building, which I've never done this before, but it should work. As long as they have a flat surface to go against. There we go, 10 total KOs there. And down to Destruction Derby 5. So you may be wondering, like, okay, well, if you had 8 more KOs and you were done with this, you'd only have like 92 or something like that. And the reason why is my check goal here is to get actually 92. That is what we need, because we can finish up in free run. Actually, I need 93 because I've already done the star pulls, but in free run we get 1 more checkbox, and then what happens is we use the purple checkboxes to fill in the remaining checkboxes on the list. So eventually we'll be using those purple checkboxes there. Alright, so I'll go ahead and do the free run strategy here. And we'll go ahead, and then we'll see. We'll see if Drag Race 3 will show up. We're gonna go back to it.
Yeah, see if our gambling improves at all.
Yep. In free run, we need to get 10 total vehicle switches. So we just switch vehicles really quickly, and then we'll exit out. Alright, there's that. And now, let's see. Will we get it? Will we get this thing to show up?
Alright,
Also wondering.
run another prediction?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and just rerun the same one.
We're
if you
running
guys
one
are
more
ready.
prediction over on Twitch.
Yep.
You guys have your Twitch channel points.
4 charges, but no energy drinks.
Yeah. He could. Yeah, we could still be getting energy drinks to get another checkbox, which could help
Or
out.
hot dogs.
Dog.
Yeah, hot dogs are also possible.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
this
don't
is
have
all
the
we
hot dog
need.
done yet.
We do.
Oh, okay.
I've
I was gonna
gotten
say.
3 hot dogs more than once. Plenty
Yeah,
of
that's what I
those,
thought.
but
I was like,
nothing to wash them down with, if you catch my drift.
I do
We-
catch the drift.
We need to not speak about it, otherwise it won't show up. We need to act like we're not thinking about.
You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna get some sushi.
Yeah, some sushi, hot dogs, delicious lunch. Definitely don't need a beverage to go with that.
No, not even thirsty, to be honest.
Nope. I'm interested that I do have 85 checkboxes right now, because if I do get Drag Race 3, that should put me at 93, which means I am actually short 1, and I'm not sure why that is yet. So I need to see if I'm missing anything else. We can do like a checkbox scan, see if there was something easy that I missed, and we can go back and do it. It's kind of interesting that I feel like I'm short 1. But yeah, the routing on this it's very dependent on those numbers that are showing up, so maybe we do need the energy drinks after all, but it should be okay. Also, those stadiums, I just want to say, so far, they were perfect. The drag races are hard. They're the hardest part, so we still have to do 2 more of them, but I did do the hardest one, in my opinion. So, yeah, besides Drag Race 1 at the start of the run, those were all perfect. And that is the making of a good world record stadium split. So I'm pretty happy with the performance there. Alright, we got 1 minute left. I can't see anything I'm doing. I'm just hoping that Drag Race 3 shows up. Yeah, there's just no energy drinks whatsoever.
Nah, we haven't seen one in the past couple city trials. Everything but, really.
Yep. Sushi, roast beef, bombs. I have no idea. More roast beef. Yeah, I don't know what I did to upset these energy drinks, but I'm doing my best here, that's for sure.
Alright. Close off predictions, dude. Already closed off.
Just hide in the golf hole. It's really unbelievable to see this. This is just a 1 in 3 chance, and it just doesn't happen. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Someone do some statistics on this, I swear. It's 1 in 3. See, what is the likelihood of this?
I'll definitely, when I'm editing this, I will go and I'll do the math.
We're at like a 1 out of 243 or 1 out of 729 now or something like that. Come on now. Unbelievable. No, it would be 2/3 to the power, so just raise 2/3 to whatever power it is, however many times we've done it.
I swear the run is nearly done. I know we said this like forever ago, but
The run has been nearly done for like 30 minutes, yeah. That's kind of just how it works.
I would say let's not do a prediction, but if this one fails, then there's
We
gonna
can
be
do
a lot of
another
hype
one.
for the next one.
Yeah.
So
It's building
let's
up.
just hope that let's just hope that this
You can
one,
only miss it so many times, right? Like, there's no way.
There's no way this is a 2-hour run.
Yeah, we're
no
just
way.
giving away free points today. Be sure to redeem. It's 10,000 points for Easy Escape to do 10 push-ups. I have 70,000. I'm about to redeem them all and make you do 70 push-ups.
Alright, I'm taking out. I'm gonna modify the rewards real quick.
Yeah.
Dude, I know Bumboozler, he's been thinking about just like dropping a bomb on me. He wants to do the like suggested game, but it's so tempting to just make me do 100 on the spot.
Suggested game for 100,000 or physical exertion for a good like 5 minutes. Just straight up push-ups. Yeah, actually it would only take you like 2, right? You could do them fast.
Yeah, not that. I would probably need at least maybe 2 or 3. I haven't sat down and done push-ups in a while to see how many I could do, but I just say when people redeem them on my chest days, I just get a little salty. I'll get right because I get right back from the gym and then I'm like, all right, time to chillax, do some stream, and I'm already dead.
I'm searching so hard for this last one. We have 2 right now. One more G-subs could show up.
Dude, this could happen.
I'm looking everywhere I can for it. There's a sushi. That could have been it, dude. It's the
Come
same-
on, 30
same
seconds,
thing.
baby. Come on.
Show me one more. What are all these orange boxes? I might actually have Dragoon Hydra.
No way. 20 seconds or 27 seconds.
Okay, no, I don't have it. That was an interesting thing for a second there. Come
Come
on, dude. Last second.
We're in there. Come on, it
Show
has
me
to be
it.
in here. No. No.
Gotta be there. I don't see it anywhere. One more chance.
One more box. One more box.
Oh,
Oh, bro, that would have been a good highlight. No.
we're
Come on.
literally just going. Come on. What the hell? So if you guys
All
want
right, run the
explanation-
prediction.
Yep, run the prediction. If you want an explanation
Alright.
for why this estimate is 1 hour and 30 minutes, when the world record is 47 minutes, this is why. I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. This is why. This is straight up why I just can't do anything.
We
until
are
it shows
down
up.
bad.
This is down tremendous right now.
Down. It's just giga down.
Yeah. We're definitely thirsty and we're down, so Yeah, not feeling good about this one. Hey, I did the best I could. I gave you guys a perfect stadium split. Like,
Yo.
you got some really cool stuff in the run that happened, but of course, it all comes down to this at the end. You're not gonna see that stuff anywhere else.
No way. No way.
We're so down bad, we're up good. Jeez.
What do you think, Alan? Do you think this is gonna be the one? You're a gambling man. I don't know how I feel about it yet. If it's not this one though, it's the next one. 100%.
That's still gambler's fallacy.
It's a 100% chance.
But it has to be. Like, how could you
yeah,
have a
dude.
1 out of 10,000 chance happen with this run? Like, are you serious? How could it be this one that just is 1 out of 10,000 not to get this thing? Now there's not a single energy drink anywhere I look. I'm going everywhere. Can't find a single one.
Someone in chat said that there was 2 missed.
2 missed? They're probably looking at fireworks. I have a pretty good eye for these things. Like, I'd like to think that I've done enough runs to... But sometimes I do miss it if it's like underground. The problem is the fireworks.
I wouldn't be skilled enough to be able to really point that stuff out. I mean, like, obviously I can see them, but the way you're moving.
Yeah.
Just moving.
This game is like utterly ridiculous. So this dense fog event, right? It's one of the events that can happen. It's only like a 3% chance to show up because there's so many other events that can happen. But of course, we've seen it 3 times now. You know, that's just what happens. That's just what it is. Dense fog, just over and over and over. Nothing else you can do.
You've legit gotten that, like, nearly like half the city trials.
Half the events. So I can't
Dude, we've
even
had
see
some
it.
really weird RNG today.
I swear I feel this every now and then when I was doing attempts. I'd be like, just what? What is this? The odds for these individual outcomes are astronomical. Every run is different. It's gotta
End
be.
the pain.
Please.
End the pain.
For the one time.
Please.
Dude, what? There's just no way.
Oh my god. At this point, guys, you have to keep watching just to see how bad the RNG gets. Like, from here, it can only get worse. Like, for that to happen, we're looking for a 1 in 3 shot.
Yep.
I don't know how many times we've rolled it, but it's at least like near like 10.
It's like 12 or 12, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
By now, it's dumb. Yeah, we're fighting through the pain here. Feels strong, man, definitely.
He's looking
Strong
for Drag
moment.
Race 3. He keeps
Yep.
getting Drag Race 1 and Drag Race 2. 3 is nowhere to be seen.
It's just a 1 in 3. There's nothing different about this than any other run. Just a 1 in 3. Alright, I'll show off some bomb lift tech here. So you can just lift with those. It's essentially the heat of the bomb lifts you up in the air. So you can get the star pole like that. It's an advanced tech that we do. I realized I didn't show that off yet, so that's how we do that.
They checked and you did miss an energy drink, but not 2. It was like right at the beginning, apparently.
Wouldn't matter anyways.
Nah.
We didn't see 2 others, so...
Yep.
Yeah, these things just don't show up. They don't show up in a 7-minute city when I'm going everywhere, and they don't show up now, so... They're so difficult to get sometimes. Yep, now we're just playing with RNG.
Alright, guys. Alright,
Now-
after this one, we'll do another prediction. Assuming this isn't Drag Race 3.
Gave me that's the pred for Drag Race 1. I just exited
Wait.
out immediately.
Wait, what's up?
That was Drag Race 1. A simple straight course. That means Drag Race 1. Drag Race 2 says, it says, I see a straight long course or something like
way.
that. Yeah. So that was yet another.
No way.
Yep.
Oh.
The prediction for Drag Race 3 starts with A, the letter A. I can't remember what else it says, so... a faster vehicle would give you an advantage or something like that, that's Drag Race 3. So we have to get the guy to say that. And it's funny, like, I expected most of these to have stadium predictions in them, because it's actually a 30% chance when the event timer runs out behind the scenes for it to be a stadium prediction. So the fact that we've seen so few of them is really weird as well. That's uncanny RNG.
So someone ran the calculation. I'm just going to assume this is true. So 2/3 to the power of 12, because I think it's been like 12 attempts so far, something like that. We'll just say 12. 0.77% chance.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my.
It's down bad. It's dropping.
Yep, 1 in 1,000 run coming right up, folks. Yep, that's kind of how it goes. We'll see. I mean, to the 13th, it should be like 0.4% or something ridiculous like that. It just keeps going, and we'll see how bad this run is. How bad? What single solution did we stumble upon here? Just to be clear, I've done about 650 total attempts of this specific category before I got the perfect run, and that's also like less than 1% to happen with everything else going right. That's just the stadiums. Oh dang, we got both. This is a checkbox if I can find it.
Do you think you're getting close to a PB for like having bad RNG?
Yeah.
If this isn't already.
If you want, my first run I ever completed of this category, like when I was still a noob and I didn't know what I was doing, was a 142. So we're coming up on that real fast. And that was my first ever run. That's how bad this is. If I can't even beat my first ever run just because RNG won't let me. Alright, if I can get these last two Dragon Pieces, one's right there, and I think this might be the other one, then we can get another checkbox. Okay, nice. This finally showed up.
Nice. So that just makes it slightly easier coming up, right?
Yep. It actually makes me, like, confident that I can finish it, because I feel like I'm one off for some reason. I kind of want to see what I was missing. But now I'm not one off. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Run the prediction.
Run the prediction.
Oh.
We're going back in.
No, it's 3 or nothing.
You see this, you see how rare this is, right? And now you're thinking, well, how long does it take to get a freaking world record run of this, where you don't miss it a single time? You know, not just Drag Race 3, I don't miss Air Glider at all, I don't miss High Jump at all, I don't miss any of them at all. It just, they all come in spades. And yeah, that's what you need.
You're less than 1% odds of this exact run happening.
I'm giving you guys so much Easy Escape channel points right now. Come on, farm them while you can. It is sad to see this run go like this. This is, as you can see,
it's gonna be great for the highlight reel. Don't worry.
Yeah. You're just gonna cut to like the end of it where we're like, oh come on, and then we're, oh come on, oh come on.
Yep, it's literally gonna be a montage.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is sad to see that this run goes this way, just because we only have one shot at it, and if that one shot is gonna, you know, give us the 0.52% to not see this thing 13 times in a row, that's just what it is. There's nothing I can say or do about it. I don't want to be at a GDQ and be another person who's, like, not finishing a run. I feel like not finishing your run is, like, the ultimate down bad at a GDQ.
It is. You don't really see it. It's never good. I've only seen one time where somebody played it off somewhat decent, but
yeah, it's rare. And I don't think I would be able to play this off. It's like, oh, we just didn't get this thing, you know. Okay, but you saw the rest of it, so that's cool, right? Right.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to play it off very nicely. So yeah, station fires. First time we've seen this event. It's useless, so that's cool.
All right, guys, got another 55 seconds. Can he achieve Drag Race 3? That's all we want.
Let's just play some golf in the meantime. We'll go back to Mario Golf here.
Yeah, let's get back to golf. Probably finish an entire run of it before we finish this.
Yeah, I should have played both at once. Did that kind of showcase for you.
Who played it off well? Badger had completely ruined a crap on Terraria. Terraria run. Like it was not good.
Oh.
But he ended up getting like an insane amount of support for it. So.
Oh, it was easily one of the
Yeah. So, don't show this to GDQ if we still want this to get into GDQ.
No, they'll never see it.
Yeah.
All right,
if you,
here we go, guys.
Come on, just once, dude.
Here we go.
Dude.
Oh, it was that. I was missing that. I just literally needed to play golf. I swear I missed that checkbox half the time, and it's one of the easiest things. You just go in those golf holes that I was over at the green spot. Just go in them 3 times. All right, let's do the
People are
bonus
farming right now, just handle points.
We're gonna finish this run. Thank you for believing, but I'm sorry.
Sit down.
Get wrecked. The game does not care. It will not.
No, it has no feeling.
Nope. None at all. I don't even know what other glitches we can do. We've already done like everything here. I've shown off.
I mean, like while you're out of bounds, is there anything like really like anything else you can show out of bounds? That's
not really.
Cool,
like
or,
if you fall down, you just kind of respawn in the area.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a death plane?
Yeah, it's just like some weird preventative measure they put in, not expecting anyone to ever be down there. I guess just so you didn't fall infinitely.
And then just the one thing I wanted to say is, despite this RNG being absolutely horrendous, we've actually been maintaining roughly the same viewer count. Everyone's still with you to the end. So I appreciate all you guys still being here and supporting the stream and this run. So
yeah, thank you for the dedication.
Yeah, we haven't really dropped any viewers whatsoever. I think actually even on Twitch we slightly went up in viewers despite the bad RNG. So yeah, again, thank you guys for being here.
You guys are attached. Let me just say, attached.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my god.
Wait.
Yeah, a faster machine.
Oh my gosh, you got it.
If it's
Guys,
not wrong,
Wait,
we should see Drag Race 3. Yeah, close it.
Close it.
You didn't hear anything, sorry?
Oh, you didn't make one. Okay, we're okay. Holy crap, that
should be coming up. 1 minute till we find out.
That was insane. Can somebody do the calculations of like, let's just say like 16 or 17? What is the percentage?
It was like 15 or 16 for sure. We're kind of just strolling around. Yeah. Alright, 40 seconds. So there is a very small chance that could still be an incorrect prediction, but let me tell you, there are 24 total stadiums.
There's no way.
There are 24 total stadiums. The base chance for it to be incorrect is 10%. Let's just go with that. So that has to be 10%, and then it has to be a wrong stadium prediction, which means there's 23 other odds. And because we have Drag Race selected, the only other 2 that it could be, which while it's being wrong, well actually it's just literally a 1 out of 23 on top of a 1 out of 10. So this is a 1 out of 230 chance.
0.15.
Yeah. 0.15 at 16, let's go. This is a 1 out of 230 chance for this to not be Drag Race 3. There's no way. What?
Wait, what? Are you serious? There's just no way!
That was 1 out of 230.
This game is actually bugged.
I swear to you, a faster machine, that is Drag Race 3. You can check it if you want. Do your own science. That is the prediction for Drag Race 3. We saw it on the screen. Right there.
Dude, start a prediction.
Alright, do a prediction. Are you freaking serious? Yeah, that is Drag Race 3.
Bro, if that was 0.15%, then that just changed
yeah,
everything.
multiply it by 1 over 230 now.
Now can you say that this is your worst luck ever? Now can you officially say this is the unluckiest run that you've ever had?
Yes. This is the worst run I've ever seen. I have never seen RNG this bad. This is unbelievably bad. Alright, now you're attached. Now you're like, okay, what is this? Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Hey guys, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the stream. Press the like button, make number go up. Thank you very much.
Hey, remember when we were discussing this and I was like, yeah, there's no way we're gonna go over 3 hours, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I could get this done. Well,
We still got 10 more minutes.
we got 10 minutes, yeah. And when I get this stadium, it's gonna take me about a minute and a half to finish this run. So
Yeah.
it's really it just has to show up. You have to give me the stadium after you. I cannot believe everyone in the city trial community knows a faster machine will have an advantage. That is Drag Race 3. When you get that prediction, you get Drag Race 3, unless it's wrong. We've tested it. We know through and through there's absolutely no like hesitancy on that at all. It just, that is what it is. And to see it be wrong like that, yeah, I can hardly believe that. I was memeing. Honestly, I was memeing. I was memeing that it would be wrong. I was like, yeah, there's like a 1 out of 230 chance, but like...
Is that just a random number you just...
No, it's real. Like, there's 24 stadiums, so to have a wrong one chosen, it would be 1 out of 23 to be that specific one that you're looking for, and then have it be wrong as 1 out of 10 on top of that. It has to give you that specific message, because when you get a wrong stadium prediction, it could be any of the other ones. It could say we're fighting
Yeah.
King DDD for all I... Like, it could be any of them. And it chose the one we were looking for.
And so, just to be clear, the drag race, which one you get is determined when you go into city trials. Like, absolutely nothing that you do during city trials determines that, right?
Yep, I could just leave my controller. It'd be the same thing as if I did all of this collecting and stuff. So
I mean, there's no way there's something like
Yeah.
bugged. There's just...
Nope.
What?
there's nothing. There's nothing different about this than any other attempt. It's not on a list or anything. There's nothing like that. Like, I didn't put it on a list.
Have you
It
done
doesn't
something
matter.
bad recently? Like, are you, outside of streaming? Like, what do you do?
My karma. Yeah, save states. I've done a Taz of City Trial before.
All right, come on.
Yes, let's go!
I'm freaking believable, dude. Alright. Alright, so watch the
Holy
strategy
crap.
for this. It's kind of hard, but I will show it off here.
Oh.
Believe it. Wait, only 7% people. 7%.
Oh, wow. Barely anybody actually voted on that, so
Just
a bunch of
basic.
people lost a lot of points.
Yeah, I don't blame them. So for this to finish in time, you have to get the wheelie power up. There we go. Nice. So you cannot finish this in the requirement for swerve to finish this in time without the wheelie power up. So that's the only way that's possible to finish. And I got it, first try. It's only a 2-frame window. I think I'm just gonna miss that. Okay, I did. But honestly, we have another checkbox, so I don't care. You're supposed to hit the dash panel at the start with wheelie bike to finish in under 31, but I was right at 31, so that didn't count. But we already have enough checkboxes because we've just been messing around for so long, right? Alright, and then for this one, Rocket Star has to finish in under 19 seconds, Rex in under 24, and Turbo in under 33, which is really easy. I don't know why they made Turbo so easy. So a few things to look out for are getting Rocket to the end with enough boost, and then Rex has to go through this narrow thing, otherwise he'll get stuck in it. So you just have to make sure you're controlling the right dudes at the right time.
Yeah.
Rex is done,
sense.
so this speedrun is done now. So I
Time?
will...
Or-
No, not
yeah.
time yet. I'll tell you when time is.
Because we got
Yeah,
check
yeah.
clock.
So now I'm going to fill in the purple checkboxes. We're going to use purples to unlock other purples that we can't get during this run. There it is. And time.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
Whew. 149, 41, although it's probably not accurate, but yeah.
That's close enough. For this run, does it really matter? Are you serious? Sub 2 hours. The worst run I've ever done. So yeah, I lost about, let's see, let's say 48 minutes to Drag Race 3 not showing up. So yeah, this could have been a 101 just as easily. Could have been a sub hour just as easily.
Yeah.
But nope. That's it.
Well, GG's to Bluekandy, guys. Make sure you go follow them over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bluekandy with a K instead of a C. That was awesome. You guys also probably might have missed a Mario Golf run that's going to be up on our VOD channel later on. If you just search up Speedrun Saturdays on YouTube, you'll be able to find that channel. We also post some clips over there time to time. And of course, Speedrun Saturdays, we're live every single Saturday. We start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the dot, as we have every single week so far. So if you guys are recurring viewers of it, appreciate you for checking out each one. And if you're new to it, make sure you subscribe to whatever platform you're watching on right now, and you'll catch us again next week, of course. That was really fun. These are really fun games to watch, and you're awesome at them. So thank you so much for coming on and showing them off for us.
Yeah, you've got to check out the world record for this and just see how different it is in my attitude towards it. I'm literally freaking out when everything's going right. So it's the direct opposite of what you just saw, but it's just as fun and engaging. So I would recommend checking that out, and also make sure you keep checking out these Speedrun Saturdays. Really cool thing you're hosting here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Well, we're not going to keep you guys any more of your time, any more of chat's time, anything of anybody's time. You know, we're all just going to enjoy the rest of our Saturdays, speedrun free, and of course, I will catch you guys all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, and of course,